after a wild weekend in Texas.
What in the world?
The next stop for the Nextel Cup is under the lights at Phoenix International Raceway, a track known for its few cautions. The pit crews will be as important as ever.
There you go, right back where we were. Beautiful.
Plus, how will the car of tomorrow handle the mile-long track and big corners at the Jewel of the Desert? Will Dale Jr. have what it takes to take the checkered flag in the Valley of the Sun? Or will Dale Jarrett, Carl Edwards, Ryan Newman, or Reed Sorensen rise from the ashes and make a case for the top spot in Victory Lane? It's all next on Hotpass.
Welcome to the Subway Fresh Fit 500 from Phoenix International Raceway in Avondale, Arizona. We're just 10 miles due west of downtown Phoenix. I'm Rick Allen along with Wendy Venturini today on channel 799. It's the Dale Earnhardt Jr. channel. NASCAR Hotpass exclusively on DirecTV is being presented by Dodge. 43 cars about to come to life on pit road. Now the team went over the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet with a fine-tooth comb in preparation for today's race. Dale Earnhardt Jr. currently strapped in the car, but just moments ago, Wendy Venturini was able to talk to Jr. about what happened last week and how his attitude is this year.
Dale Jr. made headlines last week when he stepped into the 5 car. Now, are you sure you're stepping in the right car?
When? Then or now?
No, now.
Oh, yeah, I know which car to get in. You know, it's a lot of fun to be able to do that. You don't see that too often, and anytime you get the opportunity to relief drive or fill in, it's a unique kind of a show. It was an honor for them guys to ask me, a little bit of a respect deal, but you know, you got to take that opportunity so you can learn. I can tell them guys how their motor ran, tell my motor guys where we stack up. You know, tell Tony Jr. about the attitude of the car and how it handled. So there's things to gain, but you do it mainly for fun.
I saw a really cool and suave Dale Jr. this season. Although the finishes aren't there, you have a lot of momentum and a real positive attitude this season.
Yeah, I mean, you know, to be honest with you, everybody mainly looks at the statistics and the numbers, but we've had a fast car every week. There ain't a track that we went to where we haven't been fast or haven't run well, been able to have a good enough car to finish well, and we just have bad luck, you know. I mean, we just had real bad luck, and so we'll just try to turn that around. There really ain't no way to turn your fate around other than just trying to put yourself in better position. But we were running second last week, and I don't know how much of a better position other than first. But we just have to see how it goes. You know, we just need some more luck, and hopefully we'll get a string here in the middle of the season to bring us back up to par. But we got great cars. We're taking great cars to the track, and that's a tribute to the guys at the shop, all the guys that work at DEI, Tony Jr., this whole team, how he motivates these guys. It's a great team.
All right, good luck to Dale Jr. 2 wins at Phoenix. And guess what, guys? He's fast in these COTs this year.
And Wendy, we're about to get underway with the third Car of Tomorrow race of the 2007 season. We take a look at our point standings. This is 11 through 20. After 7 races, Dale Earnhardt Jr. currently 18th in the point standings, but that's just 42 points out of 12. What does that mean? 14 spots on the racetrack, and he could be into that top 12, which is the magic number for the race for the chase at the end of the season. Now, he talked about getting on a run. The next 3 racetracks that we visit are very good for Dale Earnhardt Jr. This week, obviously, we're here at Phoenix, 2 wins at this racetrack. Next week, Talladega with 5 wins, and following that up with Richmond, 3 wins. So 10 of his 17 career wins have come at tracks that we're going to see in the next 3 weeks. Let's go back down into the pits with Wendy Venturini and the man who calls the shots for the number 18.
Let's talk about that momentum with the crew chief. We were just talking about, Rick was mentioning the upcoming races, Phoenix, Talladega, Richmond. You guys dominate, 10 wins combined with those 3 tracks. Is this the kind of momentum you need to turn the season around?
Yeah, we've been going in the right direction all year. Just as Lady Luck ain't been on our side. So we just got to keep doing what we've been doing over the last couple weeks and just get the finishes to go with it. I mean, this COT has really thrown a real curve at us, in some places. And if we get to these faster tracks is where we're going to really see. I think Hendrick car's got a little bit more figured out than we do right now, so we really got to go and do some homework this week. But, we're doing it 1 week at a time, and if we keep running like we will, we'll get a win.
What about the setup for tonight's race with the COT and us ending the race under the lights? What can we expect?
I just think it's going to be, there's a lot of guys that are missing it just because of the speed of the car. The cars seem to be really loose in, really loose off. There's like 1 or 2 cars that really got it figured out. I'd rather for our car to be just a little bit better than what it is. It looks like to me Dale Jr. is doing a lot of work, and I'd rather for him not have to work so hard. But I think our car's pretty good, and I think we get in the top 10.
Now, I saw you made a lot of changes this morning on the car. Are you reverting back to what you had earlier in the weekend?
Yeah, we just went back to what we had in the first practice. We were really happy with it, and we tried a lot of things in the second practice, and so it really wasn't a lot of wholesale changes, just fine-tuning some stuff and putting it back.
All right, thanks, Tony Jr. Good luck to you. And we know this one thing, Rick, that Dale Jr. has been good with these COT races, and he's a little bit happier with the setups they've been finding in these because it takes him back to his rookie year, reminds him of the setups back in the day.
And Junior definitely knows about back in the day, one of his shows that he does on Speed Channel. So Junior enjoying a little bit of that grassroots racing back in the day, and getting to know this car of tomorrow just a little bit better. Beautiful day here in Phoenix, Arizona, actually just outside of Phoenix, Arizona, as the sun beginning to set on the racetrack. That could become a factor at the early parts of this race, as the sun will be going down right behind the skyboxes that you can see off in the distance. That will be in their eyes when they come out of turn number 4 and head down the front stretch. 65 degrees, a little bit cooler. It was a little rainy this morning, which is uncommon for Phoenix, Arizona. You can see the shadows now casting over the racetrack. That's in turns 1 and 2, where all the cars are getting staged on pit road. Again, this is NASCAR Hotpass, exclusively on DirecTV. There are 4 other drivers that we are featuring this week. Ryan Newman starting this race in the 19th starting spot. Dale Jarrett in 43rd. Reed Sorensen will start 27th. Carl Edwards starts 28th today. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. right here on Channel 799 starting the race in the 15th starting position. Also has the 15th pit stall. Just in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. on pit road will be Casey Mears. Right behind him on pit road will be Dale Jarrett. And we see Dale Earnhardt Jr. in car, making sure the steering wheel's set, pulling on the belt straps. That's that pit stall we just talked about. Again, that's the 15th pit stall. Just in front of him is going to be Casey Mears. Just behind him will be Dale Jarrett. Again, Dale Jarrett starting in the 43rd position. It will be very difficult for Dale Jarrett to stay on the lead lap as this race starts off, because a shorter track like this, a mile track, easy to catch up to him when the cars are running well up toward the front. Again, you see Dale Earnhardt Jr. strapped in to the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet. The guys who make sure that Dale Jr. gets in and out of that pit stall quickly are standing by with Wendy.
Rick, they truly are the unsung heroes over here behind pit wall, and they're going to do an excellent job today. So we decided to let Brian Chase, Hootie as they call him, the Jackman here on the 8 car, do team intros this weekend.
All right, I got it from here. This is DJ Kopp. He's a front tire changer. Greg Burkhart, rear tire changer. Eric Big Timber Wakeland, he's the rear carrier. Craig Lund, he is our catch can man. Big Jeff Clark, our gas man. And there goes Sean Ward, our front tire carrier. We're not sure about him, he's always missing. And we just like to say our thoughts and prayers are with everybody at Virginia Tech from the Budweiser team. We're thinking about them.
All right, thanks. I couldn't have said it better, Rick.
Yeah, they've got the Virginia Tech Hokies logo there on the side of the pit box. Their thoughts and prayers obviously going out to the entire community as they continue to cope with the tragic events of last Monday. And that graphic also on the B post, they call it the B post. It's just behind the driver's window. And there will be also the VT, or Virginia Tech logo, right behind actually Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s name on the side of that car. As you see, the cars are now rolling onto the racetrack. Again, this is a mile racetrack, the 3rd car of tomorrow race of the season. So some of the drivers, some of the teams figuring the car of tomorrow out a little bit better than some of the others. As Tony Eury Jr. mentioned, talking with Wendy just moments ago, the Hendrick teams have done very well this year in car of tomorrow races, but obviously Dale Earnhardt Jr. has figured it out as well, a 7th and a 5th in the 2 car of tomorrow races for him up to this point in the season. Phoenix, a great place for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Of the 9 starts, over half of those starts he's had top 5 or top 10 finishes, 5 top 10 finishes, 2 wins at this racetrack.
Your pits are down here, like at the end of the front straightaway. You're behind the 25 and in front of the 44. About 5 away right there.
One of the voices you're going to be hearing, that was Steve Meal. He's the spotter. He'll be up high atop the track. You'll be able to hear him as he will.
Pit road speed, pit road speed.
Right now what they're trying to do is the pace car is at pit road speed, and so he will look at his tachometer and read that to find out what pit road speed will be. It's 45 miles per hour, so Junior will answer here momentarily what pit road speed is as far as what the tach reads. That's what they're doing at this time right now, getting that reading. Normally they do it in second gear.
46 in second.
4,600 RPMs in second gear.
Second.
That's the number that Dale Earnhardt Jr. has.
Get them rotors and everything burn in pretty good. It's all new. The dial was whatever you turned it to last night. I think that'll be good there. Simple.
Wendy, that team, over the wall team, had a really great race a week ago. 12.5 seconds on 3 stops in a row.
And it's that kind of consistency that you want to see, and that's the good attitude that they're keeping here. And even though the finishes haven't been their wreck last week with the engine, but really that positive attitude's paying off. The pit stops were stellar. They were really fast, and I'm expecting more today. I want to mention real quickly before we go green, I'm standing here in the pit stall. You can see the race fans, how close they are here at Phoenix International Raceway. This is one of those tracks where the fans are really close to the track right here in turn 1, and pit road's immediately on the other side. This is one of those places where I can see the faces of the race fans right from the 8 pit.
And it gets pretty loud down there too, Wendy, I'm guessing.
Oh, absolutely. Do you mean the fans that have been going at it since this morning?
The fans and the cars, as they're going to be racing by you probably, what, 40 feet from you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's nighttime racing, which is even better, but I think we're getting ready to go.
Coming out of turn number 4, about to get underway with the Subway 500.
Start finish. Flag, green flag. Still outside, June.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the inside of row number 8 in the first practice on Friday. Dale Jr. came off the racetrack at the very end and said, "We are 1 shock away from this being bad fast." So he was very happy with his car after that first practice. They did a lot of adjustments, changes, trying to tweak that car in the second practice.
Outside.
Junior just made the comment at the end of the second practice, "I think we ought to go back to what we had after the first practice. It was really good." So that's exactly what they did, as Tony Jr. told Wendy earlier.
And really, we saw those changes take place all weekend long, Rick. On Thursday's practice, you know, with it being a Saturday race, we practiced and qualified on Thursday. And that first practice on Thursday, he ended up really, really tight in the center of 1 and 2. So by the time we got to Friday, the car was so loose, he wasn't comfortable. So Tony Eury Jr. had to go back to the notes they had from Thursday to get Dale Jr. comfortable in the car.
We saw the 07 DirecTV car just dropped behind us. That's Clint Boyer carrying the DirecTV colors this weekend. Dale Earnhardt Jr. moving up to the 12th spot. Started this race in 15th. Out in front of the field, Jeff Gordon. On the top of your screen, you'll be able to see the running order as far as Gordon will be your leader. That will always be in the upper left corner. Then where we're running, the driver in front of us and the driver behind us will be up on the top of your screen. Telemetry on the bottom of the screen telling you how many laps we've completed, the speeds and the RPMs that the car is turning. A very flat racetrack, Phoenix International Raceway. When we're talking flat, a lot of drivers will describe it as it almost feels like it has negative banking in the turns. When they go into turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, feels like it's almost leaning over to the right as they make their way through there. We see Casey Kane get a little bit loose.
Rick, we talk about these drivers being athletes. Well, what about these crew guys? These crew guys are definitely athletes. This is DJ Kopp we see stretching down here in our pit stall right next to me. Of course, all these crew guys are getting ready for a long day of pit stops, and it starts right when the green flag drops. They start practicing, going through the routines, and definitely stretching is key. As we know, Walt Smith, the pit crew coach, always makes sure they do that.
Definitely athletes. 12.5 seconds, folks. That is unheard of, to change 4 tires and fill these cars up with 18 gallons of fuel. An amazing feat that they're able to do that in under 13 seconds.
Yeah, I have a funny story real quick. We were at a racetrack at Dover, and actually it was just a regular person on the street had gotten a flat tire on the side of the road, and we all pulled over. My rental car pulled over, and behind me was the crew, the 8 crew rental car. They pulled over, and they climbed out. They changed this person's flat tire on their car. It took less than 5 minutes. Now, granted, it wasn't 12.5 seconds, but even on a street car, these guys are fast, and I thought it was a good gesture of them to change a tire of a person in need.
Yeah, what an honor, too, to have the Budweiser crew changing a tire on your car. That's not many people can say that other than Dale Earnhardt Jr.
You think that guy was a race fan? I wonder what he was thinking.
Well, I bet he is now. If he wasn't then, I bet he's a race fan now. And side-by-side racing, Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the inside of the 10. That's Scott Riggs. Riggs started this race up in the 4th position, so Riggs dropping back as the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet moves forward. That last lap that they just completed, Dale Earnhardt Jr. a little bit loose. We take a look in the upper left-hand corner. May have had a little bit of help from Matt Kenseth. Not actually behind it, but a little bit of a handful there for Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming out of 4. Jr. moving into the top 10, took over the 10th spot from Riggs. Now sets his sights on Casey Mears. Now again, Mears in the number 25, we talked about him, how he plays into today's race. He is pitting just in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. So it actually would be beneficial if Casey Mears continues to run well, because that way we won't have to wait for him if he would be coming in later to have pit work done on his car.
Right, and just to give race fans an idea of how tight pit road is, we're headed into turn 1. We're in pit stall number 15 for the 8 car. Casey Mears is pitted right in front of us. As we go into turn 1 where we're pitted, it starts to angle off, and it gets really, really tight around here on pit road. This is a small pit road on Phoenix, so these guys have to be on their A game today.
We would expect nothing less out of the Budweiser Chevrolet over-the-wall team. We take a look back behind us. That's again Matt Kenseth. Good racing between Matt Kenseth, Dale Earnhardt Jr. When Dale Earnhardt Jr. was a rookie, Matt Kenseth,
4 to the 17.
also a rookie that first year for the 2 in the Cup division, and it ended up being Matt Kenseth winning the Rookie of the Year honors. Second was Dale Earnhardt Jr. Those two have battled back and forth on the racetrack year in and year out. Tire pressure's up now as we've completed 12 of the 312 scheduled laps for this race. Again, it's 500 kilometers, 312 miles.
Rick, it's really kind of deceiving when these cars go into turn 1. I don't know if you can tell from your screens at home, folks, but you see a smoke cloud go up, and several times you look and you think, okay, is somebody spinning out? But really, it's all the sand and debris that's at the bottom of Phoenix's racetrack. It's a really sandy track, obviously being in the desert, and it was an issue in practice as well on Thursday. I know a lot of guys were loose and they thought the track was just really dirty with sand and debris, and that's something to look for today, but it shouldn't be an issue right now. We'll be right back after this break on the Dale Earnhardt Jr. channel right here at Phoenix International Raceway.
Subway restaurants for tasty low-fat subs, like this 6-inch Subway Club. Make it a foot long, and it's still less than half the fat of a McDonald's Big Mac.
But the big surprise, it has twice the meat. Fills me up without slowing me down.
Less fat.
More meat.
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 Less fat. Less fat.
Jared, you're never gonna go as fast as me. More meat.
The delicious foot-long Subway Club, less than half the fat of a Big Mac.
But twice the meat. Fills me up without slowing me down. Subway, race hard.
Eat fresh.
I know it. I know.
Seatbelts.
We're gonna be late.
We're not going anywhere until our seatbelts are fastened.
NASCAR driver Jeff Burton is serious about racing, but he's even more serious about safety.
He could have made it. He could have made it. The gas pedal's on the right.
State Farm is proud to insure Jeff Burton's car. His personal car! Call an agent today.
Like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there. Man, this Nextel walkie-talkie phone is magic. I lost my helmet the other day. Pushed this button, my helmet appeared. Magic.
New spark plugs are in.
See? It's magic. That's not magic. This is magic. No, that's sleight of hand. Get me a bunny. That's magic.
Get more done with the Motorola Blend and vote your favorite driver into the NASCAR Nextel All-Star Challenge. Nextel, only from Sprint.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning. So how'd the testing go?
Well, low-quality discount gasolines can leave behind engine gunk.
I hate engine gunk.
I know you do. Well, Shell stopped gunky buildup to help engines perform at their best.
Still won't turn right, huh? Not gonna happen.
Chris Johnson sees things before they happen.
Life is supposed to be a surprise.
That would be nice.
Now, his mission
You could prevent a major catastrophe.
is our future.
It happened. It just hasn't happened yet.
Next, rated PG-13.
Over 100 years of racing heritage goes into every Ford. Wow. It's in our blood.
The Saturday night fight sees Dale Earnhardt Jr. fighting his way up 4 spots, currently running in 11th after starting the race in 15th. At the break, you saw the 17 of Matt Kenseth make the pass, get around us, drop us back to 11th. He moves up to 10th. Jeff Gordon still leading after 20 laps of this race. You see Jr. going in and out of the shadows around this racetrack. Again, race started about 5:45 local time, and the sun just going behind some of the bleachers and the sky boxes that are in turns 1 and 2 of the racetrack. And so you can see that sun coming in and glaring in through the windshield. That's what Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to have to deal with for a little while longer today, Wendy.
Absolutely. These first few laps are treacherous on the drivers. They want nothing more for that Saturday night racing to come in, because that sun, as they drive into turn 1, it's just like when you drive in your street car going down the interstate and the sun's glaring into your eyes and you can't see. Well, imagine going the speeds that they're going, trying to get through traffic. It's not fun, and I know Dale Jr. wants to see that sun dip below those turn 1 grandstands.
One thing Dale Earnhardt Jr. just mentioned over the radio to Tony Uri Jr. is something that he's been saying pretty much all weekend, a little bit tight in the center of the corners.
Yep, tight, tight, tight. Center on both ends of the corner. So Tony Uri Jr. will make those adjustments, but that's not the first time, like you said, Rick, that we've heard Dale Jr. talk about that tight condition. That's how he started the weekend. And when Tony Uri Jr. went back to the original setup that he had in Thursday's practice, I was expecting Dale Jr. to start off a little tight, but we should see that car come around.
Again, the changing track conditions. As the sun stops beating down on the racetrack, it will cool off a little bit. They say it will gain more grip as the rubber goes down on the racetrack. That might counter it a little bit, but a little bit cooler condition. Hopefully more grip for the 8 Budweiser Chevrolet. not a lot of radio communication will normally take place at a racetrack like Phoenix. You see the cars getting spread out, so not a lot of communication between Steve Meal and driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. But if you do want to listen to just team audio only, you have the option on your TV to go to the secondary audio options and choose the team audio option. Or if you have the white remote, all you have to do is press the yellow button. Again, we will always lay out when communication takes place between either driver and crew chief or spotter and driver. Make sure you can hear all of the communications that take place on the Budweiser Chevrolet team. See the separation between Jeff Gordon, race leader, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Currently 10 seconds separating those two cars on the racetrack. Jr. running in the 11th spot, Gordon leading the race. See in the upper right-hand corner, we will always have the Fox broadcast. In the upper right-hand corner, a battle for the lead right now between Jeff Gordon and Denny Hamlin. A strong running car for Hamlin this week at Phoenix. We were just battling earlier with the 10 of Scott Riggs. He's dropped back into 15th. Denny Hamlin was running or started this race in 3rd, and now he's battling for the lead with Jeff Gordon in the upper right-hand corner. Into this first fuel run, I believe I talked with Dr. Mergen, one of the team engineers for the Budweiser Chevrolet team, and they thought they'd be able to go maybe 65, 66 laps, but they think on a normal run they'll be able to go probably around 68 laps. So is that when we're expecting to see our first pit stops just based on fuel?
Absolutely, and it's surprising that it's been pretty quiet so far in these first few laps. It's been everybody's keeping their noses clean, but I think with these COTs, it's going to be different types of racing with these noses that we have on the COTs. If you got a close look on these new machines, they're very square, much like a bumper car. So it's when these cars are in traffic, it's different kind of racing than what we've been used to in NASCAR. Before, our noses were real sleek and they shoveled, basically pushing the guy out of the way. So now when you pass someone with these COT cars, it's a little less exciting maybe, because it's more like bumper cars with that nose and the bumper of the car in front of you actually slide into each other. So different type of racing with the COT. I think this is interesting that this is the first time with the COT under these speeds, other than Bristol and Martinsville when we had those first two races, to see it in these conditions. This is going to be a good indicator on how these COTs react on the bigger tracks.
Again, 3 very separate racetracks for the COT cars. Bristol, a very high-banked, short track. Then Martinsville, long straightaways, very tight corners. And then we come to Phoenix, and obviously a lot larger racetrack than Bristol or Martinsville, so we're seeing the speeds up there, but also a very flat racetrack. Junior has had success in the Car of Tomorrow races, 7th and 5th, Bristol and Martinsville. What will we see today at Phoenix? Currently running 11.
When you talk to the team, they say they really like how the car is responding to these COT races. And they really found a niche for Dale Jr. that takes him back to the old school racing, as I mentioned. So he's been really happy with the COT, despite maybe the funding that they don't have as maybe the bigger corporation teams as a Hendrick Motorsports. They know where they're lacking, but it doesn't show on the racetrack at all. The COT races have been some of the best races for Dale Jr., as we saw. That was 5th and 7th at Bristol and Martinsville. So they have found their niche with the COT, and they've been extremely happy with the research they did up to this point.
And I think you touched on it earlier. It's really old school racing with the way the Car of Tomorrow body is, as far as, and then also having to learn a new car. Really, I think what plays into that also is the communication between your crew chief and your driver. And I think Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Uri Jr., not only the fact that they're family, but I think they also have a great relationship, a great working relationship, where Dale Earnhardt Jr. will tell Tony Uri Jr. exactly what he's feeling. They're able to communicate so well. and convey those messages so that they can make the changes to the race car.
Right, and a lot of times Dale Jr. doesn't even have to communicate that because Tony Jr. understands what Dale Jr. is feeling. We'll be right back on the Dale Earnhardt Jr. after this.
Blocking is a way to stay ahead of the pack. For me, blocking is how I stay a step ahead of frequent heartburn. Prilosec OTC blocks heartburn before it even begins with 1 pill a day, so I can enjoy my day and my evening without worrying about frequent heartburn kicking up. Zero heartburn for 24 hours with 1 pill a day. That's my Prilosec OTC.
When you're about to do something this big, a little luck never hurts. Thanks for having us.
Casey Kane. Where?
Casey!
There he is.
There he is.
Even the best drivers could use accident forgiveness. Part of your choice auto insurance. Only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Hey, is there anything we could do to help? Anything.
Woo! 22 minutes. Beat that. You're on.
Zip through your yard work with today's most innovative new mowers from the Home Depot. Like John Deere, Toro, and Cub Cadet's ingenious new zero turning radius mower. An exclusive lineup all under one roof.
The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help. Good luck, buddy.
No matter where you are, no matter how fast you go, what's inside, we'll show everything. Every car, every driver, every ding and dent will be different with this.
Different.
Look. It's amazing. It's the mirrors.
HDTV. First caution of the day has come out at Phoenix International Raceway, and here comes the
Way right
Budweiser
there, start looking
Chevrolet.
left, right here. Okay, go out behind the 12, clear to the wall right there.
Hootie's got a smile on his face, the Jack man. Junior actually clipped him coming into his pit stall. That's Hootie right there.
Right, okay on that stop.
Here Junior asking, is everybody okay?
Yep. Looks like he's gonna shake it off.
He's got a smile on his
Jack
face.
man there. Nah, he's good. I think tripped over a lug nut or something come around.
That is athleticism.
He had a 1 pump on the right side and a 4 pump shock on the left side. I thought he might have been hurt a little bit.
Junior talking
With
about
him at
Hootie.
25, getting to the left side, but he got up higher than I did, or faster. That's a good deal.
We'll wait and see how the scoring shakes out. Currently it says Kyle Petty out in front, showing Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 13th. But again, pit stops will shake out here. There were only 3 cars not on the lead lap when this first caution came out. So 40 on the lead lap.
Rick, you see Hootie, the Jack man, changing something on the Jack there. He wasn't happy with how that stop went, and I went in to talk to him real quick, but we are going to get an interview with him as soon as he gets this Jack settled the way he likes it. But the good news is he was not hurt.
Got a great move. We saw him jump over the hood of the car, almost Dukes of Hazzard-esque as Junior came in. Let's take one more look at it. Hootie's going to come up, and normally he would be on the other side of the car, but wasn't able to get out there as quickly, maybe because of that 25.
Coming to the green.
Be able to ask him that hopefully, when you were able to talk to him. But great job by Hootie getting over the hood of the car and getting the right side up when he did.
Well, let's talk to him real quick. Hootie, that was a close call on pit road. The 25 was awfully close. You jumped there. It was a good move.
That's how tight it is over here. Last minute, just jumped, did all I could. And that goes to show you it's not easy out here. It looks glamorous, but it's awful hard work.
What are you
through that one?
What are you changing on the jack? I see you adding a wheel.
Lap car coming on the bottom, Dale Jr.
Adding a wheel to the jack. Are you fixing something on it?
Yeah. On the left side, I tripped on the hose and fell on the wheel and broke it off, so I had to put another one of those on. One wheel to stop, that's not bad.
All right, well, the good news is he's okay. And we talked about this tight pit road. There you go, and a testament, but these guys did an excellent job on recovery.
His car's off, pass on the right if you get to him.
Coming to the green flag, the restart at Phoenix International Raceway.
Flag, green flag.
Just slight changes made to the Budweiser Chevrolet. Wendy, I think, did they do a round of wedge?
Yeah, they sure did, Rick. They did one round in on the right rear. He was complaining about those conditions, and that one round
go low, there you go.
Oh, and there's a wreck in 2.
Sure enough, caution taking place just in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr., and that had to have been a little bit reminiscent of a week ago when Tony Stewart gets sliding in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Got the information in for you, Junior. That's cool.
Smoke a week ago got in Junior's.
I'm a little loose off, but the biggest problem I want you to work on, just work on the tight. Don't worry about the loose at all. Don't worry about even making me loose.
Junior right now referring to
I made it easy on you there.
The tight condition in the center of the corners, both in 1 and 2 and in 3 and 4. So he wants Tony Eury Jr. to try to focus his attention on that.
A little bit better as far as this rolling down the into the center better. We'll see how it does once it rolls right here in the center. It'll make it.
In the upper right-hand corner, you see the reason for the caution. David Strimming in that number 40 getting into the side of the 6 of David Reagan. And so our second caution of the day has come out, and it happens on lap 42. We'll be back with more from Phoenix International Raceway.
I told you. Just because I got Bud on the car doesn't mean I got Bud in the car.
Oh, terribly sorry, Alpha.
See you later, crazy mutant desert guys.
You shot your wife.
Allegedly. That's how it works, right?
This thing was a setup.
Admit it was beautiful.
Are you out of your mind?
I think I'll decline to answer that one.
Fracture, rated R, now playing. 1 million molecules of underarm protection. One day, you'll need them. Degree Men Power.
The very thought of you, and I forget to do the little ordinary thing.
Armor All Wax, wipes, and tire shines. Go ahead, stare.
The new F-Series Super Duty features an all-new 6.4-liter Power Stroke diesel with dual turbos. One to get things moving off the line, and another to keep things moving at higher speeds. Together, they let you tow more than any other pickup, up to 24,500 pounds. Introducing the bold new F-Series Super Duty. It's built better to work harder for you.
When
When it comes to choosing a motor oil, there are hundreds of choices. When it comes to choosing a filter, there's only one. Go to Fram.com to get $5 off your favorite oil and Fram filter, and see for yourself why Fram is America's #1 oil filter. It's not just another oil change, it's a Fram oil change.
Can I take my break now?
Fox Tuesday. They can't touch her. Can they cure her? She needs total body radiation. That is a rad move. On the show known for shocking twists, this is the biggest shock yet.
She's gonna be dead because... What? What did we screw up? What did we miss?
House, all new. Viewer discretion advised. Tuesday at 9/8 Central on Fox.
Hey, race fans. You grab the bud, I'll grab the trophy.
And welcome back. Obviously, you're always with us in the lower left corner, even when we do go to commercial break. Our Hotpass hot shots, how are they running? Newman just in front of us, Earnhardt in 11th, Edwards 14th, Sorensen 24th, and Dale Jarrett 1 lap down in 41st position after 46 laps of the 312 at Phoenix International Raceway. Fans, you have the opportunity to email us at DirecTV, hotpass@directtv.com. And we did actually already get an email. Some of you have been watching, obviously, the previous weeks. Rob Barnvart of Wisconsin had the question, why is it a black wing? Why do they all have black wings? Why can't they paint them? Can they put decals on them? Wendy?
Pace car's off.
Those new wings, as we get ready to go green, are in addition to the COT. Of course, they replace the spoiler. They're issued by NASCAR. NASCAR brings those wings to the racetrack, hands them out to the race teams. Everybody gets the same wing. That's why they're black. Now, here's the key. The teams can go ahead. They can add their decals to the side end plates. They're called. Those end plates are changeable, and those changeable end plates, to take it one step further, Rob, help the balance and the control with these cars in traffic. So instead of having that spoiler, that wing is adjustable now. It changes the rear downforce to suit the driver at different tracks, and that's why the wing is on the car, and that's why the wing is black, is because it's issued by NASCAR.
Great question, Rob. Thanks for sending us that question. Obviously, anybody who has questions can send us hotpass@directtv.com. Those emails we will try to get to during the broadcast. And Junior had no problems getting by the 12 of Ryan Newman on the restart. Now he sets his sights on Clint Boyer in that DirecTV 07 Chevrolet. On the inside, they're side-by-side racing for the 9th position. Junior takes it away. It looks as though whatever adjustment was made on that last pit stop has helped the handling of the 8 car.
Yeah, we heard Dale Jr. in the break. He said, you know, I really want to concentrate on that tight condition. Don't worry about my loose-off condition. Focus on my tight condition. If we can get that to where I want it, we'll be more comfortable. But the change, he did say back to Tony Eury Jr. that it made the car better. If they can just get it to roll through the center a little bit better, he'd be a lot more happier.
And I think that's exactly what you're trying to do. Make your driver happy. Again, that last caution coming out because of the accident between David Reagan, David Stremme, Scott Riggs, and Casey Mears also involved. Now, Casey Mears being involved in this, as we see Junior just march through the field, right on the back bumper of Matt Kenseth, racing for the 8th position. A little bit loose there, but right on that back bumper. Now, Casey Mears was pitted just in front of us. The bad thing potentially could be, now Casey Mears is running all the way back in the 40th position, but he's still on the lead lap. What that means is if we come in and he comes in 40th, he could actually be coming into the pit stall while we're trying to come out of our pit stall. So that could be hairy, Wendy.
That's exactly right. I was thinking with that accident and the 25 being involved and pitted right in front of the 8, that if he were to go a lap down and make things a lot more easy on pit road, but now it's actually complicated more so than any way possible because he's so far back in the field. As Dale Jr. tries to leave the pit stall on the next round of pit stops, it could coincide with that same exact time that Casey Mears is coming in. So it's something we're going to have to watch for, and I'm sure Tony Jr. will remind Dale Jr. of that.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. has made it up to 8th in the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet. Let's ride along with him for a while. When we look out the back of the car, we see Matt Kenseth. You're able to also see the yellow line, which is the apron around this racetrack, and Junior able to hug that yellow line. Going down the backstretch into 3 and 4 now. Right on that yellow line. Sometimes the drivers will actually put the left front tire on the inside of that yellow line to, they say, hook the corner and get the car to turn a little bit better. Dale Earnhardt Jr. with an impressive restart. There have been 2 cautions in the race, 55 of 312 laps complete. Budweiser Chevrolet has been on pit road 1 time. Under the first caution, they changed 4 tires and put a round of wedge in the back of the car.
Clear by 1 to the 17th.
Again, Steve Meal, the spotter for the Budweiser Chevrolet, high atop the racetrack. Tony Uri Jr., your crew chief. Those will be the voices that you will hear. In the upper right-hand corner, we see Jamie McMurray with steam blowing out the right side of the car. That is an overheating problem for Jamie McMurray. A strong car for him coming into this race.
You know, Rick, his pit stall is 2 in front of the 8 car, so it's Dale Jr., Casey Mears, and then Jamie McMurray. So if this causes him to fall out of the race or get him off sequence, that opens up a little bit of room in front of Casey Mears, and Casey does come in pit road at the same time Dale Jr. is. It's all a trickle-down effect. It all depends who's coming down pit road where, and that could also, play to our advantage on our next round of pit stops.
Definitely could, Wendy, and what actually is going to help us out a little bit is I believe Jamie McMurray is going to fall a lap down, so he will be a lap down, which means he will not be able to be on pit road until after the lead lap cars have come down pit road. That will help us out just a bit with him, but Casey Mears still on that lead lap. He's the last car scored on the lead lap and 39th right now. There are 3 cars off of the racetrack involved in that second caution or the accident that took place. The only car a lap down right now is
Clear
Jamie
by
McMurray.
3.
As you listen to the engine on the number 8, you hear Junior getting into the gas all the way into the corner, letting off the gas, hard on the brakes. And just past halfway, right back into the throttle.
Rick, I was watching out of the back bumper of the 8 car. We see this exhaust backfiring on a 17. We'll get into those changes they've made to the COT and dealing with the exhaust system that NASCAR has changed. We'll get back to it after this break right here at Phoenix International Raceway. You're watching NASCAR Hotpass only on DirecTV.
Hey, isn't that Sammy Hagar? Yeah, it is. He's singing about the number 55 Napa car. Yep, that's awesome. But isn't it a little loud? You know, you're right. Hey, Sammy, could you turn the amp down a little lower?
Sure, you think you could drive a little faster?
He's like that on Mondays.
Man, this Nextel walkie-talkie phone is magic. I lost my helmet the other day. Pushed this button, my helmet appeared. Magic.
New spark plugs are in.
See? It's magic.
That's not magic. This is magic.
No, that's sleight of hand. Get me a bunny. That's magic.
Get more done with the Motorola Blend and vote your favorite driver into the NASCAR Nextel All-Star Challenge. Nextel, only from Sprint.
Whatever it is, I have to stop it.
He's gonna kill us both.
Rated PG-13. Theaters and IMAX May 4th.
Jared here with racing champion Tony Stewart. Everyone knows Subway restaurants for tasty low-fat subs, like this 6-inch Subway Club. Make it a foot long, and it's still less than half the fat of a McDonald's Big Mac.
But the big surprise, it has twice the meat. Fills me up without slowing me down.
Less fat.
More meat.
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 Less fat. Less fat.
Jared, you're never gonna go as fast as me. More meat.
The delicious foot-long Subway Club. Less than half the fat of a Big Mac.
But twice the meat. Fills me up without slowing me down. Subway. Race hard.
Eat fresh.
Many crew cabs on the road look like this. You wanted something with a little more meat on its bones. Sweet mercy. Introducing the all-new Tundra Crew Max. Ordinarily towing over 10,000 pounds meant eating your knees for lunch. You want a half-ton with the most legroom. For you and a meatball sub. Tasty. Available on the all-new Tundra Crew Max.
There's a new Pulse that can give you a dentist-clean feeling. New Pulsar Pro Health from the experts at Oral-B. Soft micropulse bristles pivot and pulse to clean deep between teeth, giving you a dentist-clean feeling. Pulsar Pro Health from Oral-B.
Raise your hands! How about I start putting my own team together? The revolution begins.
The Shield, all new, next week on FX.
And welcome back to Phoenix International Raceway. You see in the upper left-hand corner your top 10. That's the current running order. Denny Hamlin, Jeff Gordon, Harvick, Johnson, Kurt Busch, your top 5. Then our teammate, Martin Truex Jr., Tony Stewart. We're running in the 8th spot. Matt Kenseth, Clint Boyer rounding out your top 10. When you touched a little bit on the changes taking place with the car of tomorrow. Now, they've actually tweaked the car of tomorrow since the first 2 races that we've run.
Right, we raced Bristol and Martinsville with the new car of tomorrow. Well, of course, we remember that Kevin Harvick and Matt Kenseth both had issues with that energy-absorbing foam that's now on the right-hand side of the driver's side panel. You know, the exhaust system now sits on the right-hand side of the car. It was heating up to such high levels that it was melting that foam, that energy-absorbing foam that's now on the right side. It was causing noxious fumes inside the car. So what NASCAR has done, they have now allowed teams to cut a hole, a block around that foam above the exhaust. It's 23 inches by 8 inches tall to allow air to flow through there around the exhaust, keeping it cooler, and therefore we won't have those problems with that foam melting any longer.
NASCAR doing a great job making sure that the real driving point behind the car of tomorrow was safety. They moved the driver's seat a little bit closer to the center. They gave them more headroom in the car. A lot of things that were based specifically on safety. And you see how NASCAR has decided that they will tweak things, even if, you know, maybe we missed it a little bit on the first try, we're going to make it right. And so just like Wendy had mentioned, a little bit of a change with the foam. Getting the Hotpass hot shots today. One of the drivers that we're following on one of the other channels today is Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards currently running in the 16th spot. They are on channel 798. Phil Parsons, Hermie Sadler calling the action over on that channel. Phil Parsons, hey, what's going on over there on channel 798?
Hey, Rick Allen, you're calling from the Dale Earnhardt Jr. channel. We're running pretty well. We're started 28th up to 16th right now. Carl was really, really loose early on. Bob Osborne made some changes to the car. Actually, we have it tightened up a little bit. He's a little bit loose right now getting in the corner in turn 1 and a little tight through the center of the corner. But all in all, hey, we had a great pit stop, Rick. 6 spots gained on pit road.
Well, that's exactly what we would like to see. Also, the Budweiser team that goes over the wall does a great job for Dale Earnhardt Jr. last week. A very strong performance. Wendy, we made a few changes to our car also, didn't we?
Yeah, we've been really tight throughout the whole race, Phil, and so Tony Eury Jr. made those adjustments with 1 round in the right rear to loosen them up. He said, if you could just take care of this tight condition, I'd be a whole lot happier rolling through the center. Now, on our pit stop, we did have a little bit of an issue on pit road. It was real tight here coming into turn 1 with Casey Mears pitting right in front of us. And our jack man, Brian Hootie Chase, made an excellent call of jumping over the hood of the 8-car. Close call, and fortunately, nobody was hurt.
Almost Superman-esque, like Hermie Sadler I've seen do many times.
Yeah, Wendy, I wanted to ask you a question.
talking about the car. We're exactly opposite. Carl's been touting a loose condition, getting into the corner and coming off of the corner. And our crew chief, Bob Osborne, says he thinks that the car is going to get looser and the track's going to get looser as the night goes on, which is basically opposite of what we've seen in the past. What are your guys saying on the 8 car about what they expect the track to do later on tonight?
And simply put, Hermie, this is what Dale Jr. said. He said, I'm not worried about that loose condition. I'm not worried about it getting loose. Fix my tight. That's what I'm concerned about.
Well, thanks, guys. We'll let you step away. Now you guys have a great run going, being shown in the top 10 right now. Carl's moved up to the 15th spot since we've been talking to you guys, and we're in the top 15, headed towards the top 10. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Good luck. Again, as Phil mentioned, running in the 8th spot. Denny Hamlin leading the race now. Jeff Gordon was out in front. Kyle Petty's been scored leading a lap here at Phoenix International Raceway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has broke into the top 10 and looking as though he's going to move to the front. Stay with us in the lower left corner of the screen.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Avenger.
Commence heat-seeking missile test.
With a heated cup holder. .5-liter V6. And ESP with all-speed traction control. Oh, did we mention the cup holder also cools? The all-new Dodge Avenger.
The season's just begun, but the action is already heating up on NASCAR Hotpass from DirecTV.
Look out! No! Big trouble!
Capture this year's biggest moments with exclusive channels featuring the top NASCAR drivers.
Matt Kenseth coming to the white flag.
Don't just watch the race.
Johnson, you are the man.
Be a part of it.
They're going to drag race to the finish line! Yes!
This season, ride shotgun for just $99. NASCAR Hotpass, exclusively on DirecTV.
Floyd loves to talk. He says he has no respect for my game, but when I'm done, he will. The time for talk is over.
Pretty boy Floyd? He's gonna need a new nickname when I'm finished.
Don't miss it Saturday, May 5th, only on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Houston, estamos aquí. Escogemos de la joya.
No se te escucha bien. ¿Dijiste Mayweather?
De la joya.
Mayweather.
¡Es Mayweather! ¡Es de la olla!
El mundo está hablando.
La pelea al rojo vivo aquí en Las Vegas.
De la olla Mayweather. El mundo espera. ¿A quién va a escoger?
Mayweather, absolute.
De la joya, definitely.
No se lo pierda en vivo por DirecTV Pay-Per-View en el canal 123.
Bring your baseball team home all season long with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV. Whether you're a Chicago fan living in the East or a New York fan living out West, catch your favorite team no matter where you live with up to 60 out-of-market games a week. Non-stop baseball action you don't want to miss. And new on-screen scores and stats. Make every game a home game with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV. Order by April 30th and save 20%.
That was really something else. Kelly, what's it like to take a hot lap in a stock car?
The NASCAR Day of 17 put together a great ride for me. And remember, y'all, NASCAR Day is May 18th, and the best way to celebrate is by getting your NASCAR Day pin for only $5.
You really seem to be dialed in on NASCAR Day.
Well, yeah. Every pin sold raises money for the NASCAR Foundation, which helps kids, animals, conservation efforts, and other worthy causes. I'm doing my part, and so can you. Go to NASCAR.com/foundation to purchase your pin.
I'm Dale Earnhardt Jr., and you're riding shotgun with me all race long, right here on NASCAR Hotpass.
Double trouble. How about back-to-back at this track? Phoenix International Raceway. If you've won twice here, you've won back-to-back. The only 4 drivers to win twice at this racetrack have done it back-to-back. Davey Allison, Jeff Burton, Dale Earnhardt Jr. all did it when there was just one race scheduled here at Phoenix International Raceway. And then a year ago, the spring and fall races, Kevin Harvick swept. So if you're going to win here, you do it back-to-back.
Rick, I was just getting ready to talk about Tony Eury Jr. and his knack for setups at Phoenix International Raceway. This is one of Tony's favorite tracks. He really has a knack for how to set up Dale Jr.'s car. Of course, he was there for those wins back then, those back-to-back wins. And Dale Jr. strong at this track. This is one of those tracks where he has more than one win, and he's only done that at 4 different tracks, so he likes Phoenix as well. That makes for a great combination in my mind.
Oh yeah, if your crew chief likes the racetrack and your driver likes the racetrack, you are definitely ahead of the crew.
Clear.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. running really on the apron in turns 1 and 2.
And I'm just watching Tony Eury Jr. He's going over the notes with the team engineer. I know pit stops are less than about 20 laps away. They're deciding what they're going to do to the car, but at this point, we're not keeping anything from you race fans. Dale Jr. really has been this quiet
Water
on the
temperature.
radio.
Good. There.
And maybe it's just a sign that Dale Jr. is concentrating really hard right now.
Yeah, Dale Jr. concentrating. We saw Dr. Mergen, that's the team engineer that was talking with Tony Eury Jr. on the pit box. Those two concentrating on what changes, if any, they'll need to make to this race car. As Wendy had mentioned, we haven't had a lot of communication from driver to crew chief.
And I'm guessing with him asking about the temperatures they're concerned about, with it from daytime to nighttime, tape on the grill, what they're going to do to the car. And I'm sure they're going over those numbers. You see Ray Ocean there, the tire guy on the 18, going over air pressures with Tony Eury Jr. So there's a couple different adjustments and couple different ways Tony Jr. could go about changing the car. But as for feedback as of now, Dale Jr. has been pretty quiet.
Dale Jr., we talked about back-to-back wins at this racetrack. Well, Dale Jr. and Dale Sr., the only father-son to win at Phoenix International Raceway. We have to commend Spencer on that Valley of the Father and Son, Valley of the Sun here in Phoenix, Arizona. Dale Sr., Dale Jr., and a very close call there, Dale Jarrett. Again, Dale Jarrett being scored off the lead lap. Now there are only 30 cars on the lead lap. Dale Jarrett scored in the 38th position right now, a lap down, as we are able to work our way past the number 44. Again, we mentioned the relativity to Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dale Jarrett as far as on pit road. Dale Jarrett pits just in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. So being a lap down, that will not cause any problems getting into his pit stall. The other driver, Casey Mears, in the number 25, had pitted just in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. He also being scored a lap down, so that should also not cause a problem anymore for Dale Earnhardt Jr. He'll have 2 open stalls, one in front, one behind, when he comes onto pit road next time. Now looking to the inside of that 19 of Elliott Sadler. Not a race for, or not a race for position.
Clear.
Elliott Sadler also having his struggles today as he's a lap down. The next one for position, Kurt Busch, just a few tenths of a second in front of us in that number 2. Dale Earnhardt Jr. looking as though he is closing in on Kurt Busch. We see the miles per hour on the last lap. 2 miles an hour faster for Dale Earnhardt Jr. than Kurt Busch. So as Jr. continues to click off good lap times, get by the slower lap traffic, he also reels in Kurt Busch.
Rick, I can't imagine they're going to make too many adjustments to the 8 car. Watching how he is in traffic right now, he looks like he's pretty fast. The only thing I can see Tony Jr. taking into account is the sun starting to set and the temperature change that's going to take place. The track's going to change. I'm sure Tony's going to take that into account, but right now how the car is handling for Dale Jr., it looks pretty good.
Across the start-finish line that time, very close between the 8 and the 2. Now Junior has the 2 in his sights, no cars in between them. That will be a race for position. The 7th position will be the battle that will come up next for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Tony Jr. somewhere around lap 105. 05 to 110, Steve. Thank you. 10 to 15 away from pit stop, June.
That's exactly the window we were talking about.
Working better, still snug.
Still
10-4, I got
snug.
you an adjustment made. Coming to you.
Still snug, we just heard, Wendy.
Right, and when we were talking pod to pod with Hermie Sadler, he said, I'm surprised that Dale Jr.'s tight, but it's something we're seeing with our car, specifically to tonight. But we heard Tony Jr. The good news is he has an adjustment ready for Junebug when he comes down pit road.
A lot of different names we hear Dale Earnhardt Jr. called by his teammates, or his team. Junebug, Jr. We can't call him the driver of the 5, though. He just drove the car. He can't go by that name.
You know, I know it's all said and done from last week, but really that's going to go down in history as a pretty cool day, especially for Dale Earnhardt Jr. fans when they look back. And Dale Jr. talking back in the day, getting into somebody else's car. It was a cool move by Dale Jr., but we heard him say at the top of the show, hey, we had some ulterior motives. We were trying to see how their car handled it. And you can't get any smarter than that, can you?
No, look at him as he gets right up on the back bumper of Kyle Busch's brother, Kurt Busch. They're trying to make their way around our teammate. That's Paul Menard in the number 15, working way up high on the racetrack. And now to the inside of Kurt Busch. Here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Caution is out for debris. Caution's out for debris.
And just as he was looking to the inside of Kurt
Yeah, car
Busch,
getting better.
debris on the
I
racetrack.
think something changed in the right front that's helped me turn down into 3 and get through 3 a little better. Something changed up there, just for your information, I think. All right. I think I got softer and got over more over on the right front, able to turn down in the corner. Still about the same in 3 or 4, just slide the nose a little bit, but the car's in way better as the track's coming in.
Exactly what Tony Eury Jr. wants to hear. Track coming in to what they have set the car up for. Again, we were expecting around 105 to 110 to be the pit window based upon fuel. And now with the caution coming out for debris, this is the 3rd caution of the race coming out on lap 97.
Pits are open. Pits are open.
Pit road is open. We'll see them duck onto pit road. Again, Junior up toward turn number 1, where Wendy Van Ryn
4600 Dale Jr. 4600.
hanging out.
Can you see him when he gets on pit road, Tony Jr.?
On the lower pair of fenders. 4 tires, guys. Can you hear me?
10 away, Tony Jr.
Here, look left, come on. Right here, come on. Go, 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 go. 1 outside, 2 coming outside. 20 if you'd like.
Go right behind the 20.
And there was a pass for position on pit road. He got by Kurt Busch. A testament to a great stop.
Good job.
By the Bud team.
Nice stop, guys.
Accolades, compliments going all around to the Budweiser team. Great job on pit road.
Left here. Morning, gentlemen. So how'd the testing go? Well, low-quality discount gasolines can leave behind engine gunk. Hate engine gunk. I know you do. Well, shells stop gunky buildup to help engines perform at their best.
Still won't turn right, huh?
Not gonna happen.
The fastest drivers on Earth are in a race across America. If you've been drinking Coke, if you've been saving up points, then prepare to get their NASCAR gear. They've thanked their pit crews. They've thanked all of their sponsors. Now they're coming for you. Thanks for drinking. Get the racing gear you want. Go to mycokerewards.com.
In 3 days,
Everything in the museum comes to life at night.
don't miss out on the biggest movie event in history.
Park time, boys!
Please do not tear the limbs.
Stop whining and just take it like a man.
Night at the Museum on DVD Tuesday.
We know what men like. New Mitchum Smart Solid. Powerful protection, unbeatable against white residue. Wow, let's see that again. For powerful all-day protection that doesn't come off on your shirt, be a smart Mitchum man.
Racing fans can't get enough of Denny Hamlin. Sophia Hernandez from Chicago, Illinois writes, Dear FedEx, does Denny get any interesting perks for driving the FedEx car? Well, Sophia, he does get a discount on shipping.
Yeah, I'd like to ship this back home to Virginia.
No problem, Denny. Denny, you have to let go.
Don't want to.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Avenger.
Commence heat-seeking missile test.
With a heated cup holder. .5-liter V6. And ESP with all-speed traction control. Oh, did we mention the cup holder also cools? The all-new Dodge Avenger.
Phenomenal stop for the Budweiser Chevrolet
Watch your left
team.
backing up here, Jen.
Take a look at that stop and we'll go to Wendy.
It was an excellent pit stop by the Bud crew, a 13.19 stop. A good stop for your team. Tell us what you made on those adjustments. It looked like just air pressure, Tony.
Yeah, we just done an air pressure in the right front and right rear. Just kind of free it up a little bit. We don't want to get him too free getting in. That was kind of my problem yesterday. But since the track's cooling down, and I think it'll get more grip, so as it does, we'll free it up a little more in the center, and it should be pretty good at the end.
Are you surprised how tight the car has been for Dale Jr.?
No, it's been that way pretty much all week. It's pretty hard to make a car turn here nice at Phoenix, and ever since they went to the recommendation on air for Goodyear, we've kind of had struggled here. So we're just trying to get our setup back to where we can have that pressure in the right front and be solid.
All right, thanks, Tony Jr. And Dale came over the radio and said, how many laps is this race? He had to be reminded it's 312 today, Dale Jr.
His car's off. Green flag, green flag. Still inside, Junior.
Again, slower lap traffic on the inside on the restart. Still working around that. Currently being scored in the 6th position. Made up a spot on Kurt Busch. The next one in front of us, Tony Stewart, in that number 20.
We heard in that break, Dale Jr. said the car is better, but it was still snug, so that air pressure adjustment that Tony Jr. made to the car is going to help him. But he said, I really need to do something in that right front to help it turn in turn 3. Turn 3 has been his biggest problem all weekend long. We heard it Thursday and Friday in the practice sessions. Dale Jr. is having the most trouble sliding the nose in 3 and 4. But here's the good point. He said the track is definitely coming to him.
Yeah, and Wendy, the unique thing about Phoenix International Raceway, the corners are different here. Actually, 1 and 2, the banking in turns 1 and 2 is 11 degrees. The banking in turn 3 and 4 is 9 degrees. So you really can't set the car up for the entire racetrack. You almost have to split both ends of the track.
Absolutely, and the problem that they've been having on one end of the racetrack, once they get that in, you got to worry about still keeping Dale Jr. comfortable on turns 1 and 2 on the opposite end of the racetrack. But just as we heard from Tony Jr., that they've had that tight condition all weekend long, so it's something they've been fighting. But obviously, it's still making Dale Jr. comfortable because he's been running really fast laps today. He's working through traffic, excellent, and I just think he's got the car to beat today.
Well, I tell you what, he's got 5 bow tie brigades in front of him. The Chevy group has really been strong in the Car of Tomorrow races. Bristol, 4 top spots there. Martinsville, there were 7 top spots, and right now the top 6 spots are all being held by Chevys, Wendy.
Not only with the Car of Tomorrow, but how about 2007 in general? They've won 6 races out of our 7 races, so Chevy definitely is making a stance and being a little bit dominant, showing their dominating characteristics early in the season. I know they want to take the championship as a manufacturer, and they're definitely making a statement by having 6 of the last 7 wins.
Yeah, Wendy, and 8 drivers in the top 12 in the points. I mean, Chevy is really strong in 2007.
The 2-car back bumper.
Kurt Busch again passed him on pit road, and now it looks as though the adjustments that they made to that car have made him a little more competitive as he's staying right with the Budweiser Chevrolet.
Side.
And we know Kurt Busch likes this track just as much as Dale Jr. But Dale Jr. has a lot of fight in him, and I don't see him giving up that spot for long. If he can get his car comfortable and the way he likes it, I'm sure it won't be long before he gets back around the 2-car.
Only 11 laps have been run since our last pit stop, and so obviously pressures will be built up in the tires. Again, we're looking at around 68 laps that they can run on fuel, and so that would be the difference. It'd be around lap 167 would be the next time that they would have to pit. So a long fuel run ahead of the Budweiser Chevrolet. So obviously you don't want to get too concerned early on in a run. A car gets by you, you're obviously have an opportunity to get back by them as the race progresses. And again, 312 laps, so not even to the halfway point yet in Phoenix.
And Rick, I just checked in with Ray Ocean, the tire guy here on the 8 team, asking him what kind of air pressure adjustments they were making, and he said it was very small adjustments. So we talked about those tire pressures coming in. The adjustment we've made on our car on that last pit stop, not really major, but you never know what the 2-car did to theirs on that last stop.
Exactly. Everyone trying to get their vehicles running obviously the best. Kurt Busch was able to get back by us after the restart. So we've dropped back to the 7th position. Kevin Harvick now in front of the field. Field spreading out once again. Kevin Harvick out in front of Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon. Then our teammate Martin Truex Jr. running in the 4th position. Tony Stewart is 5th. Kurt Busch 6th. 7th is Dale Earnhardt Jr. 8th, Matt Kenseth. 9th is the 5 of Kyle Busch. And rounding out the top 10, Ryan Newman, who's also a hot pass driver today in the 10th position. .156 laps would be the halfway point of this race, and we're looking at 167 probably the next time that we will have to come onto pit road. Again, very few words being said by driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. today.
Rick, I was just going over the points on my notes here, and not that it's too early to talk about points, but hey, how can you not, right? When I was looking at the top 10, you look at Jamie McMurray, who was 10th.
To the 10th, who was a lap down.
Jamie McMurray was 10th in points coming into this race. Well, he's had trouble today. You look at David Strum, he got into that accident early on. So there's a possibility Dale Jr. will jump high in points today, especially seeing that he's running 7th right now. The points are looking pretty good by the end of the day.
The other thing you can factor into that, Mark Martin is currently 11th in the point standings, and we know Mark Martin isn't running all the races, so there's another position Dale Earnhardt Jr. will be able to make up. We'll be back with more.
An exciting breakthrough in automotive technology. Introducing ZNet, only at AutoZone. ZNet gives every AutoZoner the power to find you the right part faster, along with diagrams, photos, and complete instructions. So you'll get the job done right the first time, every time. Come in for a test drive today. ZNet, available only when you get in the zone. AutoZone.
Bethan!
WU. Your cell phone bill is what's up. All this texting.
OMG, INBD.
It is a big deal. Who are you texting 50 times a day?
IDK, my BFF Jill.
Tell your BFF Jill that I'm taking away your phone.
TISNF.
Me paying this bill, that's what's SNF.
Now too much texting is NBD. Singular brings you unlimited texting, just $5 more a month. And get an LG broadband phone free. The new AT&T. Your world delivered.
Jared here with some hard-hitting Little Leaguers.
Hi.
You know there are over 12 million overweight kids in this country.
But exercise and eating right can help.
Which is why Subway Restaurants has the delicious new Subway Fresh Fit meals.
With better-for-you sides and drinks.
They fit into the American Heart Association's approach to a healthy lifestyle. The new Subway Fresh Fit meals. Okay, who wants me to autograph their baseball? Who wants a Subway Fresh Fit meal?
Yeah!
Subway.
Play hard, eat fresh.
At the end of a long, hot day, grab the beer that starts out cold and ends up refreshing. Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Vaughn into the windup in his first offering. Just a bit outside.
It was a perfect strike, and you know it. Of course, if this chump were watching in DirecTV HD, he'd have made the right call. It's broadcast in 1080i, which means it's cool. Now, let's see how this bruise looks in HD.
Vaughn into his motion and the pitch. Uh-oh.
For the most sports in HD, you gotta get DirecTV.
Welcome back to NASCAR Hot Pass exclusively on DirecTV. How are our Hot Pass Hot Shots running today? Let's take a look. Junior running in the 7th position. Newman 11th. Carl Edwards 14th. Reed Sorensen 21st. Dale Jarrett running 33rd. 123 of the 312 laps complete. Had another email from one of the fans of the Dale Earnhardt Jr. channel. And they were asking about Hootie, our jackman. And earlier, Hootie had to jump over the car to avoid being run over, actually, by Junior because of the tight confines of the pit area. And Wendy, the question was from Alan Winston-Salem, if Hootie were to have gotten hurt, who would have taken over for him in the jack duties?
Well, that's a great question, and fortunately, Ryan Hootie Chase didn't get hurt on that pit stop. But if it were the case, there are backup positions for every guy on pit road. And the backup position for the jackman is Kevin Pinnell. They call him Two Beer. He's been on the team for many, many years here at Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. And when I asked Hootie about Kevin Pinnell, he said, man, if he had to, don't let him fool you. He could still get the job done. Kevin Pinnell, who they call Two Beer, the backup jackman here on the A-team.
Yeah, I tell you what, these guys, we talked a little bit about it, and Hootie introduced the gang in the beginning, and he talked about how competitive and how athletic these guys are. We've seen guys get hit before by a car and later find out they've either got a broken bone or a sprained ankle or severe bruise, but they still will go over the wall and still do their duty unless they physically just cannot do it. They're amazing athletes, Wendy.
Right, and just like Hootie said, he said, you know what, it's really glamorous, our jobs, as we heard from him right after that pit stop. But there's also a lot of serious work to be done here, and we take our jobs serious, and every guy on pit road has a job to do, and you're taking your life into your own hands, really, when you step over that pit wall. Imagine all these cars coming at you at these speeds that they are, but you know what, they love it, they love their jobs, and that's why they do it.
Upper right-hand corner, you see the graphic display of what took place with Denny Hamlin getting by Reed Sorensen. Reed Sorensen, another one of the Hot Pass drivers today on NASCAR Hot Pass on DirecTV. Dale Earnhardt Jr., you hear him. This is really an amazing track for drivers as far as having to feather that throttle when they come out of the corners so that they don't spin the tires. So much horsepower being generated by these motors.
And we heard Dale Jr. use a term that he hasn't said all day. He's free, a little free in, but he's still tight in the center. He said it was too much of an adjustment. We talked about Ray Ocean, the tire specialist, making a very small air pressure adjustment. Well, it was too much of an air pressure for Dale Jr.'s liking, and Tony Jr. said on the next stop we'll take that right rear air pressure and we'll fix it for Dale Jr. and make him a little bit more comfortable. But although it was a very slight change and made a big difference on the track, Dale Jr. is not as happy right now, so we'll look forward to when he comes back down pit road.
And again, 312 laps, only 130 of those completed, so we haven't even made it to the halfway point. Still a lot of time for the team to continue to make adjustments to this car to get it to the liking of Dale Earnhardt Jr. And currently in the 7th position. He's very much in striking distance of the lead of this race. Again, Kevin Harvick out in front of the field. Could he make it 3 in a row? 2006, the spring race and the fall race, both won by Kevin Harvick. So Kevin Harvick, another one of those drivers who's really figured out Phoenix International Raceway. Kevin Harvick, one of those drivers, after a very glamorous start to the 2007 season, winning the Daytona 500, currently sitting in the 14th position, coming in the points. And so he also is looking to have a good points day at Phoenix International Raceway. So Kevin Harvick with a strong run today as he leads the field. Dale Earnhardt Jr. looking as though he's beginning to settle into the car now. He's over halfway through his fuel run, currently in the 7th position.
Now. It's not quite as loosey anymore. Info.
Almost on cue, Dale Earnhardt Jr. mentioning it's okay now.
Actually, it would be early center of car 3.
I was just going to mention it's just like that, then the track can change. It's temperature changes, it's the sun going down as the track starts to cool, everything's adjusting. And so it's good to know the car's starting to come back around to them. Maybe that slight air pressure change is exactly what they needed on a longer run, but you heard Dale Jr., he's a little bit more happy with the car now.
Working his way around the slower lap traffic.
Clear.
30 cars, actually 31 cars on the lead lap now. 21 about to go a lap down.
That was Tony Jr. talking to Tony Gibson, the car chief. You can imagine there's a lot of note-taking and everything that they're consulting over on the pit box. Dr. Bergeron, the team engineer, but we saw a smile on Tony Eury Jr.'s face, so I know that they're pretty happy with the car, and I'm sure they have a few more tricks up their sleeve tonight.
Tony Gibson, the car chief. Tony Eury Jr., the crew chief. Tony Gibson makes a lot of the changes, does a lot of the actual work done to the car. Tony Eury Jr. makes the calls. A lot of communication still going on between engineer, car chief, crew chief, and driver, giving them the feedback as to how the car is handling on the racetrack. Driver beginning to talk a little more favorably about the way the handling of the vehicle is going now. It's exactly what the rest of this team is looking for. A comfortable racing car for the driver of the Budweiser Chevrolet. Currently in the 7th position for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Kevin Harvick still leads in the Subway Fresh Fit 500 from Phoenix International Raceway. Again, a reminder, even though we will go away to commercial break, you will always be able to see the Budweiser Chevrolet in the lower left corner of your screen. Again, those of you enjoying the team audio or would like to listen into team audio, go to the secondary audio options on your television, or if you've got the white remote, press the yellow button. You can have team audio only. And as I hinted about a commercial break, we will go away to a commercial break. Be right back.
When it comes to choosing a motor oil, there are hundreds of choices. When it comes to choosing a filter, there's only one. Go to Fram.com to get $5 off your favorite oil and Fram filter, and see for yourself why Fram is America's #1 oil filter. It's not just another oil change, it's a Fram oil change.
Can I take my break now?
Flash, live Sunday, April 29th on DirecTV pay-per-view. One man will penetrate the heart.
I want to have a car that attracts a woman for sexy time.
Well, that would be a Corvette.
The soul.
What kind of music you listen to? You know, cookie bull check, bing bang, bing bang, bing, ding ding ding.
And the mind of our nation.
I have no respect for Oscar De La Hoya's game plan. He can't handle what I'll be serving Mayfield. I'm faster, stronger, I'm a better fighter. Man, this is going to be a fight the fans are going to remember. Don't miss it. Live Saturday, Mayfield on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Boog was a bear that lived an easy life.
This is my home. Sweet.
Until Elliot opened his eyes.
You want one? You gotta go.
Outside. Now to survive, they'll have to use their instincts. The odds are about to get even.
Oh, that's bad.
Martin Lawrence and Ashton Kutcher. Open season. Now available on pay-per-view.
You wouldn't sell our ranch, would you?
You're the one he needs. He just doesn't realize it yet.
A girl no one believed in.
Our daughter lives in a fantasy land.
So do you.
A horse they'd given up on.
She is way too dangerous to ride.
I can ride her.
Now, with a little faith,
Good girl.
they just might go the distance.
I can win that race.
Bad idea.
Flicka.
Are you smart?
And welcome back to NASCAR Hotpass exclusively on DirecTV. Starting this race in 15th, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s cut it in half. He currently runs in the 7th position. Almost to the halfway point. Halfway will be 156 laps. Of the 312, we've completed 145. Dale Earnhardt Jr. currently running in the 7th position. Again, we've had fans emailing us, and we want those emails to keep coming as we see Junior reeling in on that number 2 of Kurt Busch. Again, that one is for position to break into the top 6. One of those emails came from Colleen of Lakeland, Florida. She brings up a question of what took place last week when Dale Earnhardt Jr. jumped out of the 8 car, obviously after the engine had blown, and got into the 5 car of Kyle Busch. She asked the question, who got the points? Does Dale Earnhardt Jr. get the points? Does Kyle Busch get the points? Does the team get the points? Wendy, who actually benefited the most from that?
Well, when Dale Jr. first got into it, before he even decided, he said, is there a possibility where Kyle Busch can pass us if I do it? And that wasn't the case. So when Dale Jr. got into the 5 car, the only one that was gaining points was Kyle Busch, and he gained on teammate Jimmy Johnson. So when you look at the big picture, the big scheme of life, the only one that benefited from that was Kyle Busch by gaining those 3 points on his teammate Jimmy Johnson. He was able to pass him one more spot by Dale Jr. hopping into the car.
Yeah, and really an amazing thing. I don't think we can mention it enough. What Dale Earnhardt Jr. really did for Kyle Busch there. I mean, that was very cool that one driver would jump into another driver's car, not even being teammates. You know, Jr. mentioned the fact that he benefited from it. He was able to get some laps, get a feel for someone else's car. And so, obviously, that's a good thing for Junior.
Out for debris, Jude. Caution's out for debris.
4th caution of the day has come out. This is the 3rd time they have stopped action because of debris on the racetrack.
The loose off was bad, but it kind of went away. Sort of helped me get down into turn 3. It's pretty bad at the start to get going because it was still tight in the center, so I couldn't make any ground up nowhere. All 3 problems were there. But, yeah, keep engagement, upset off, do it. But it'll push or be loose. It's sort of 60% loose, 40% push off the corner. Depends on what I do in the center. All right.
Road is open. Pit road is open.
Pit road's open. They'll be coming down. This is lap 149 of the race. And
4,600.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. actually got by his teammate, Martin Truex Jr., to move into the 6th position. And so we come down pit road in 6th, and now we turn it over to the Budweiser Chevrolet over the wall team. 4 tires,
open pit, so just get in the box. 5 away right here. There.
Talking about air pressure adjustments. The adjustments to be made on this car of tomorrow, great Budweiser Chevrolet.
Go hard, clear behind the 2, all the way to the wall.
And I saw the tire specialist, Ray Ocean, make a very, very last second change on that left rear tire. Air pressure adjustment, one more thing to help Junior out when he gets back out on the track. We'll be back as we get back to green flag racing right here on DirecTV. You're watching NASCAR Hotpass.
Yeah, can I get the love handles, double chin, and some blubber?
Do you want the double blubber?
Sure.
And I'll have the same thing, but instead of the blubber, can I get some fender thighs and a badonkadonk butt?
Please drive around.
When you get greasy fast food, what are you really getting? Introducing the new Subway Fresh Fit Meals with new better-for-you sides and drinks. The new Subway Fresh Fit Meals fit into the American Heart Association's approach to a healthy lifestyle. Subway, eat fresh.
Convenience and innovation are everywhere on the new F-Series Super Duty. In some places they're obvious, like the all-new redesigned interior. In other places, they're not so obvious, like this, tailgate step, only on the new Super Duty. Introducing the bold new F-Series Super Duty. It's built better to work harder for you.
A perfect crime.
I shot my wife in the head.
A brilliant prosecutor.
Someone's got to put him away.
Anthony Hopkins, Ryan Gosling in a diabolical, fun, twist-a-minute thriller.
Everything has a weak spot.
Fracture, rated R, now playing.
We know what men like. New Mitchum Smart Solid. Powerful protection, unbeatable against white residue. Wow, let's see that again. For powerful, all-day protection that doesn't come off on your shirt, be a smart Mitchum man.
There are times you gotta ask yourself, do you think you've got the torque? Or do you know you've got the torque? Get Q Torque Power for trucks. Heat activated to help more of your engine's power reach the road. No leading synthetic motor oil delivers more torque than Q Torque Power. Full synthetic Q Torque Power for trucks. Unleash all your horses.
The V-Stars from Star Motorcycles, and introducing the fuel-injected V-Star 1300. We build it, you make it your own, exclusively at your Yamaha dealer. Now get payments as low as $69 a month until 2009, plus up to $1,000 cash back.
A-Rod and the Yankees take on David Ortiz and the Red Sox. Fox Saturday Baseball next week.
Welcome back to NASCAR Hot Pass. Coming up on the halfway point. Completed 153 of the 312 laps. Under caution, while we were away at break, Junior was talking to Tony Uri Jr. about his eyes having a little bit of a burning problem because he thought maybe fuel was being spilled. Wendy, did they find out or maybe have an idea of what's going on those pit stops?
Yeah, the team has gotten together. We're going to talk to Jeff Clark, the gas man. Explain what Junior is experiencing, the vapor in his eyes that's burning, and I see there's a little bit more gas spilled on pit road tonight. What's going on?
I think what he's feeling is some of the vapor from the gas. Drive brake may have come loose in the car. Nothing that's going to be a danger. Only on the refill. Car's still fueling fine to get the car refilled, but I think on the pit stop, he smells the vapors in the car, and again, it's irritating his eyes a little bit. So hopefully we get home and get it fixed.
Is it an isolated incident? You mentioned the dry brake. Is it something that's only happening tonight?
Yeah, I don't think it's anything with COT. I think it's just isolated to the dry brake in this particular situation.
All right, thank you to Doug Clark. It's good news that it could just be a dry brake that's loose, something they can fix when they get back to the shop.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. restarted this race in the 8th position. Tony Stewart, with a great stop, was able to get in and lead laps. Now Kevin Harvick out in front was able to get by Stewart, and then Stewart able to get back by him that last time by, and so Stewart and Harvick exchanging the lead. Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth, Martin Truex Jr. and Kurt Busch, the 7 cars in front of us. Ryan Newman just behind us, rounding out the top 10 is the 5 of Kyle Busch.
From Dale Jr. in that last break that loose condition went away, but he still needed a lot of help in turn 3. It was still tight in the center of 3, so they still made that slight air pressure adjustment again, but it looks like only air pressure adjustments are being made on the 8 car tonight, minus that very first pit stop we had at the top of the at lap 40 when we came in. We made 1 round in the wedge, but other than that, it's been nothing but air pressure adjustments all night, and 1 more just now when he came down pit road.
Inside.
Whitty, I really think that's got to be a good thing, meaning that they did their homework during the practices to get that thing set up, and he got his hand full now while he's having to run the outside line racing with Newman. Very tough position. But when him only having to change air pressure, that's really a testament to Tony Eury Jr. and that crew doing a great job during practice to get the car set up as well as it is.
Oh yes, it's a good sign, and we know how much Tony Jr. likes this track and how he likes the setups here at Phoenix. So for them to make only air pressure adjustments, that's awesome to hear when you're watching and listening to the team and knowing how little changes they made tonight, and even the slight little bit of air pressure adjustment change that they made and how it affected the car. So very, very small, minor changes tonight, even when it comes to air pressure.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. able to make passes on the outside of the racetrack, getting by the 45 of Kyle Busch. Now he's reeling in that 26 of Jamie McMurray. Jamie started 2nd on the field, had the problems with his car, had to come onto pit road, was a little bit, stayed on pit road a little bit long, and was at the back of the field, got lapped, is currently the highest scored car 1 lap down. So if a caution was to come out, he would get the free pass. Ryan Newman right on the back bumper, literally.
And remember, we talked about the COT and how the new bumper is very different from our old cars. The old cars would shovel with that sleek nose, but you saw right there when Ryan Newman got on our back bumper of the 8 car, it's almost like a bumper card and you push them forward, but it doesn't really help them push them out of the way as it did with the old car when they had that shovel nose.
Now these 2 cars here moving to the inside of Junior. This is for position, both of these cars. Newman and Kyle Busch taking spots away. Earnhardt Jr. dropping back to the 10th position. We're seeing Junior run a lot higher line now. We saw him earlier running, almost hooking that left front tire on the inside of the apron through both 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
And I'd like to know whether it's because he's being forced up there from traffic with Ryan Newman and Kyle Busch, or if he's actually more comfortable on that higher line. But I was noticing the very exact same thing, Rick, that he's running a much higher line than he was earlier in the race. So it's we're going to have to keep watching for it once he gets around this traffic. He gets around Kyle Busch and Ryan Newman again, if he chooses that high line again, or if he snugs back down to the inside.
And Whitney, sometimes the driver, if the car is tight, will run a little bit higher line so that they don't have to squeeze the car down so far to try to let it roll through the corners a little bit better. And maybe that's what Junior is trying now, because he had talked about a tight condition in the center of the corners. Maybe trying a little bit higher line, seeing if that'll work for him. But we have seen him run a little bit faster when he was on the bottom of the racetrack, but maybe he's thinking ahead as we've passed the halfway point here at Phoenix International Raceway.
Clear by 4 to the 07.
At 07 is for position Clint Boyer in the DirecTV 07, currently in the 11th position.
You know, now that the sun's gone down and it's dark, it's getting darker conditions out here on the racetrack, we're seeing the exhaust systems backfiring. You can see them easier at nighttime. It doesn't mean anything bad for these cars, but I did want to talk about the COT, how it has that foam. We talked about how they've now cut that block to allow airflow through there to keep it cooler from melting that foam. Well, another thing that a lot of teams have done, they've gone back to the thicker material exhaust. With the COT, they were trying to make the cars so much lighter because they were bigger and heavier that they went to a lighter material on the exhaust system. But at Bristol and Martinsville, that lighter material did not work, and that's why those exhaust systems were cracking and burning the foam inside the car. So now they're using the thicker material back on the thicker material exhaust system. So even though we're seeing that backfire on a lot of these cars at nighttime now, it doesn't mean anything, and it looks like it hasn't been an issue now at Phoenix like we saw the first 2 races with the COT.
And Wendy, in the upper right-hand corner, Jimmy Johnson and Kevin Harvick are racing for the 3rd position. Johnson just took it away from Kevin Harvick. So 2 Hendrick cars running 2nd and 3rd now. Tony Stewart out in front of the field. The top 4 cars are Chevrolets now. Dale Earnhardt Jr. holding on to the 10th position.
And just as a side note, nighttime racing has officially started for the season. Really, the sun is no longer in sight. All the lights are on the speedway. All the reflections taking place in as we see Paul Menard get a little loose right there with some help. But really, we see the flashes from the cameras starting to go all the way across turns 1 and 2. This is when the cars start really looking cool at nighttime, and they start to reflect back into the stands. And it's just cool racing at nighttime. I don't know, there's just something about it. There's a different feel, different atmosphere at nighttime racing, and it's starting to take place down here on pit road.
Under the lights, this is, we'll keep harping on it, this is old school racing. This is what these drivers started out on the short tracks on the Fridays and Saturday nights, when they'd get their buddies together and get their car and throw it on the back of a trailer, take it to the local dirt track or local short track, and they would race under the lights. And I think that's what fans are really enjoying. As you mentioned, the short track or the under the lights season starting for the next
We're making
couple.
roll changes here, Junior. All right, get forward.
It's the first word we've heard from Dale Earnhardt Jr. about the changes made on the car. He said we're making the wrong changes. So that information.
Pretty tight. Tight. Get down into 1. Okay, 10-4.
And you're hearing tight in, getting into turn 1.
And that's really the first time we've heard Dale Jr. complain about turn 1. Really, it's been turn 3 all weekend long. For him to talk about turn 1, we know it's not going in the right direction. But again, it was a very slight air pressure change, but that car is just not responding. It could be a lot of factors, and one of them being going into the nighttime racing with no sun, the track cooling down, and it's just not responding to how Dale Jr. wants it to.
Again, a tight condition, meaning the front end doesn't turn how Junior wants it to. So there's a little bit of a push when he gets into the corners. We'll see if the team will be able to adjust and make that car a little bit better for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Phoenix International Raceway.
Bold, aggressive styling. Incredibly precise handling. Electronic stability program. 5-speed auto stick transmission. Dodge Charger SXT. It has the power to make anyone emotional. Now get up to a $2,500 cash allowance on Dodge Charger. Discover America's hottest products at your Dodge dealer.
Dale, we have assembled the absolute best new team for you. Like Dave here, your new spotter. Oh, hey, how you doing?
Richmond. Lap 57. You're gonna need to go low and stay there. It's the only place you'll fit, trust me. And don't worry about the coffee, I'll get another cup.
This guy's good. Spooky good.
So if Napa also has parts that are really hard to find, how do they find them?
Well, it's pretty interesting. What they do is they take the old part and they show it.
Smell this, boys. It's a 1972 Toyota Land Cruiser fuel pump. Now go get me a new one. Give me a new one.
Am I supposed to believe that?
Good boy, Rufus. That's a good boy.
So easy to turn, so easy to handle. It almost drives itself. But it's not just about mowing the lawn. It's also about owning a John Deere. Easy Track, the newest John Deere.
Everyone wants to know more about Denny Hamlin. Scott Adams from Louisville, Kentucky writes, "Hey, FedEx, Denny has a lot of fans. How does he find the time to write back to all of them?"
Sincerely, Denny Hamlin.
Sincerely? Isn't that a little impersonal?
How about your buddy Denny?
Best wishes, with all the love in my heart.
Sincerely works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about Fox's best new series in years.
Get down on the ground.
Okay.
If you missed the premiere episodes of Drive, get caught up on Fox.com. And Fox Monday.
It's because we have to rob the bank.
Don't miss a thrilling new episode. Drive at 8/7 Central, followed by 24 Fox Monday.
Thorogood letting us know we are in the nighttime at Phoenix International Raceway. Night racing has kicked off for the Nextel Cup Series. Race number 8 for the series. Coming into this race, we were ranked in the 18th position in points. Obviously looking to get into the top 12 in the points race. Quite a few races ahead of us. This being a very good stretch, though, for Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the number 8 team. Phoenix 2 wins, Talladega 5 wins, Richmond 3 wins to his credentials. Junior mentioning at the beginning of the race, he needed a good push here in the mid part of the season to get him back on a roll, get the positive going back as far as finishes going. He had a very strong car in virtually every race we've run this year, but the finishes haven't been there for him. Again, the time is now for Dale Earnhardt Jr. 3 very good racetracks for him. A little bit of a loose condition coming out of turn number 4 when we were at commercial break. We'll show a quick rewind of this in the upper left-hand corner. Watch as Junior has his hands full. This car sliding up the racetrack. The back end comes out from behind him. Then he has to chase it up the racetrack and gets it awful close to the wall. So Junior fighting a tight end condition. And it looks like a little bit loose off, potentially. And running a lot lower on the racetrack now, Wendy.
And that's what I like to see, because I think Dale Jr. is a little bit more...
down in better, it'd be great.
I think he's more comfortable on the lower line, but you heard him just say if he could just turn a little bit better, he'd be a whole lot more comfortable.
Hey, Wendy, NASCAR Day is coming up. What's the date there? I think you're involved with that in the Women's Auxiliary of Motorsports.
I am. We are one of the organizations involved with NASCAR Day. Being a spokesperson, I can talk all day about NASCAR Day. It's May 18th, and it's a one-day celebration of the NASCAR spirit. Now, here's how you can get involved as a race fan. You can go on NASCAR.com/NASCAR Day and purchase a $5 pin that says NASCAR Day. It's a chance for fans to show their support for our industry by donating to the NASCAR Foundation, and it helps many nonprofit organizations in our NASCAR family. And also on May 18th, which is NASCAR Day, I'm helping host a telethon on May 18th, so you can call in and donate to the NASCAR Foundation by calling 1-888 May 18th. And in case you didn't catch it, you need to get a pen. It's 1-888-May 18th. You can call me on May 18th. I'll be hosting that telethon. And here's the pin for $5. Donation goes towards a good cause with the NASCAR Foundation.
I'm pretty sure that's a Friday, and I get to wear whatever my favorite race car driver's apparel is. I'm going to wear maybe, I don't know, the number 8
That
t-shirt.
sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I'll be hosting that telethon at Lowe's Motor Speedway right across the street. It's the Friday of the Lowe's Motor Speedway race of the All-Star race on May 18th. So anyone feel free to stop by. Those drivers will be there. But it's going to be pretty exciting. I know that the effort's already going, and it's been such a great process. And I know that they're raising the money that they need for these nonprofit organizations involved in our sport.
Back to racing on the racetrack. The last time we came onto pit road was lap 149, only 126 laps remaining, so we're closing back in on making another pit stop. We're going to make
gotten a whole lot tighter, Tony
a little bit of a stop now, and we'll be right back. We'll be here live for the pit stops.
Honey, I think this might be our lucky day.
I think it might be.
I think this is what we've been waiting for.
I think it is.
Yes! It turned blue!
Introducing the Coors Light Cold Activated Bottle. The mountains turn from white to blue when your beer reaches the perfect temperature.
It's blue like your eyes.
My eyes are green.
Only from Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Hey, Jimmy, need a little help? Sure. You know what else would be good?
Cobalt tools are so comfortable.
Let me use that screwdriver. No.
You just don't want to quit working.
Yeah. What do you think? Great tools.
Cobalt, the next generation of tough tools.
Well, anything else we can do? There's always my wife's car.
Available exclusively at Lowe's.
You see things before they happen.
The man who can see the future saw something he wasn't supposed to this Friday.
Get rid of him.
He has to stop what's coming next.
You have one way out of this. That wasn't it.
Next. Rated PG-13. Friday.
Introducing an automotive breakthrough. ZNet, only at AutoZone. Now AutoZoners have the power to find you the right part faster with diagrams, photos, and instructions. So you'll get the job done right the first time, every time. ZNet, only at AutoZone.
Having a half-ton with the most legroom and a fancy rear seat is great, but truckers want to know if it's still got some truck left in it. We'll put it this way. If it'll drawbar bar pull 6,400 pounds of dead weight, towing 10,100 pounds is a walk in the park. Hello, Dolly. Available on the all-new Tundra Crew Max, the truck that's changing it all.
We know what men like. New Mitchum Smart Solid. Powerful protection, unbeatable against white residue. Wow, let's see that again. For powerful, all-day protection that doesn't come off on your shirt, be a smart Mitchum man.
Welcome back. Right on the back bumper of the number 5, Kyle Busch. Your Hotpass Hot Shots today. Ryan Newman's in front of us. He's running 7th. We'd like to talk to their team. We'll talk to them in just a moment. We're in the 10th position. 16th, Edwards Sorensen, 22nd. Dale Jarrett currently 34th. Those are your Hotpass Hot Shots. And again, I mentioned Ryan Newman just in front of us. Let's see if we can talk to that number 12 team. Hey, Brad Sham, I was wondering if Ryan Newman has said anything about track conditions going from the sunlight that we had at the start of this race to now darkness. Has the track changed, and has it been good for him?
Rick Allen, we're going to let Ray Dunlap address that, as he has the people on Channel 795 tonight, because, yeah, I think they've mastered that really well. But, Ray, you've talked about it on our channel tonight. It's something they've been very aware of.
Yeah, and Rick, the situation for Ryan was the car was just really, really tight when we had the track in full sunshine, and it's still a tiny bit tight in the center, but we've raised the track bar on all 3 pit stops, loosening up that Alltel Dodge each and every time, and I think the car has come to him pretty well right now. He was in position just a moment ago to make a pass on Kurt Busch, his teammate, to gain another position, but we got held up in some lap traffic. So I think Ryan being very patient right here, but I think he's very happy with the way the track has come to him.
Ray, we're having the same problem over here on the 8 car. It's tight, tight, tight all night long. Now, we haven't made those track bar adjustments like you guys have, but we've made air pressure adjustments, and they've been very slight air pressure adjustments. But unfortunately for Dale Jr., he said they were the wrong changes. He's not happy with the way the car is. If he could just get the car to turn a little bit better, it'd be great. And right now, everyone's just complaining that the racetrack's getting a whole lot tighter as it gets darker.
Ray, does that surprise you?
Well, I mean, again, what I think's odd is how some of these teams tonight are fighting different issues. We talked with Phil Parsons a little earlier, and he and Hermie Sadler are covering the 99 of Carl Edwards, and his car's been just the opposite. He's been very, very loose, so very strange how some guys are fighting different conditions, but we've seen that Dale Jr. has been able to hang right there with us guys, just about 2 positions behind Newman, so it'll be interesting to see if they're able to get up there towards the front and be contenders tonight. Newman has made his way by Kurt Busch, and we're currently running in 6th position, so I'd say we've got 2 of the best Hotpass cars tonight between Dale Jr. and Ryan Newman.
You're exactly right, Ray. You guys just took over 6. We've jumped up into the 9th position, so breaking back up into the top 10. Our teammate is just in front of us, but thanks for joining us on this channel, guys, and good luck.
Rick.
And again, Dale Earnhardt Jr. taking over the 9th position from Kyle Busch while we were talking with the Ryan Newman crew. Kurt Busch, the next car in front of us for position. Tony Stewart still leading out in front of the field. And then one of the hottest drivers this season, Jimmy Johnson, currently running in the 2nd position. Now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. running a little bit quicker than some of those cars up in front of us. And so the car seems to be coming to Dale Earnhardt Jr. as he goes further in the runs. A little bit slower that time than Kurt Busch, but obviously having to deal with the slower lap traffic on the racetrack. Just about to complete 200 laps of the 312 scheduled. Again, we came in on lap 149, so 51 laps. We can go 68 on fuel, is what Dr. Mergen, the team engineer, had figured out as far as fuel mileage. They think it might improve as the sun goes down. The track condition will get a little bit better. They might be able to get a little better gas mileage. But on the conservative side, they set around 68 laps. Dale Earnhardt Jr. holding on to a top 10 position at Phoenix International Raceway.
An important message from Sprint. You know the feeling. You can't take care of business the way others do. It's called connectile dysfunction, a condition caused by inadequate broadband coverage. The cure? Sprint Mobile Broadband. It works in twice the cities of Singular's Broadband Connect, so you can be you again. Get a free Sprint card. Visit sprint.com/mobile broadband.
Sprint. Power up.
Newman! Newman! Ugh!
Wasn't me.
Casey? Must have been the Phantom.
Get him!
Gillette Fusion Power Phantom. Turn it on and soothing micropulses help you reduce friction. So you barely feel the blades. You really feel the difference.
The Phantom strikes back.
Gillette Fusion Power Phantom. The only razor used by the Gillette Young Guns.
To get more maximum payload for the new Ford Super Duty, we gave it a rigid frame and 8-inch longer leaf springs, which pushed the payload up to more than 3 tons. Introducing the bold new F-Series Super Duty. It's built better to work harder for you.
And it all comes down to this for Hauer.
For his fiancée, it's meant postponing their wedding for this event.
It's a clean start. There seems to be some sort of trouble with the Hampton boat. dear, a seat just broke.
The boat is literally falling apart.
Somebody is going to have a lot of explaining to do.
Not the official tools of competitive rowing. The official tools of NASCAR. Craftsman at Sears.
Jared here with racing champion Tony Stewart. Everyone knows Subway restaurants for tasty low-fat subs, like this 6-inch Subway Club. Make it a foot long, and it's still less than half the fat of a McDonald's Big Mac.
But the big surprise, it has twice the meat. Fills me up without slowing me down.
Less fat.
More meat.
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 Less fat. Less fat.
Jared, you're never gonna go as fast as me. More meat.
The delicious foot-long Subway Club. Less than half the fat of a Big Mac.
But twice the meat. Fills me up without slowing me down.
Subway. Race hard. Eat fresh.
No, Mama Marcus loves you. He's so happy you're moving in with us. Right, Marcus?
Oh, I'm overjoyed.
We're gonna fix up the front room, and we're things in the garage. I mean, Marcus doesn't need to watch TV.
I knew it.
Marcus.
I knew it. I knew it all the time.
Lost your mind?
You never liked me.
What are you doing?
No. I needed to service this.
Need to keep your car moving? Go to NASCAR.com and click on the NASCAR Performance logo for car care know-how and a listing of NASCAR Performance Network shops near you.
Next week, Hotpass in Talladega, Alabama. Jeff Gordon will be on Channel 795. Tony Stewart, 796. Kevin Harvick, David Strimmy, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. What a star-studded lineup for Talladega, and that is next week. Dale Jr., 5 wins at that racetrack, and you know what? There's only one driver who has more wins at that racetrack than he does, and it just happens to be his father with 10 wins at that racetrack. And I actually asked Dale Earnhardt Jr. about his racing strength. He said, the one attribute I got from my dad is great peripheral vision. He was always able to see things others couldn't, and he says, I think that's something that I inherited. So Talladega coming up next week, a great racetrack for Dale Earnhardt Jr. And actually on April 29th is Dale Earnhardt Day for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated at Talladega Superspeedway. So a big week for not only Hotpass, but DEI, Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to continue on the roll. Again, this is the 7th race. This is actually the 8th race of the season. The 7 previous races, Dale Earnhardt Jr. has had a very strong car, but has had the finishes that he was looking for. Tonight, he's looking to change that here at Phoenix International Raceway.
Yellow's out.
Caution has come out once again. This is the 5th caution of the day.
It was kind of coming around. It's a little tighter than it was before. Track is, I guess.
211 laps completed.
Was that tight at the get-go there, too? Yeah. Right.
A little bit different condition that Dale Earnhardt Jr. is now looking at. A tight car. He had mentioned tight getting in. It had been loose in and off.
Pit road is open. Pit road is open.
Again, 4,600, second gear, pit road speed, 45 miles an hour.
And I see the tire specialist grabbing the air pressure gauge again. Looks like an air pressure adjustment again.
7 guys about to go over the wall to do the service to the Budweiser Chevrolet. Junior right on his mark.
Oh.
Great stop for the Budweiser Chevrolet team.
Straight out. Got 1-2 coming right there. Hey, right there, dude.
Just when they needed it the most, they got it.
Sorry, I thought you meant straight out to the wall. My bad. Pull my right front on. My steering wheel's crooked now.
A little contact, it sounds like, with Dale Earnhardt Jr. and potentially the 12. Sure enough, they made contact. Junior said, we're going to have to pull off the right front. His steering wheel is a little crooked. Upper right-hand corner, you see the replay of that.
I don't know if he got the tire or what.
So we'll be right back. We'll shake it all out as to what took place coming off of pit road.
Get Martin up there, look at the right front.
You're in violation of your face.
I'm not with him. He doesn't mean it.
Take him out.
Someone's at the door.
You think that's surprising? Get this. Diet Dew has a surprisingly great taste with none of the calories.
You know what they do to puppets in prison?
Wow, I can't believe we're really gonna meet Casey Kane.
There he is.
I wonder what he's like.
I must be
Now would be a good time to have accident forgiveness. Part of Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance.
I'm super sorry about your car.
Are you in good hands?
Introducing the all-new Dodge Avenger. The all-new Dodge Avenger. It's a natural performer.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
So how'd the testing go?
Well, low-quality discount gasoline's gonna leave behind engine gunk.
Hate engine gunk.
I know you do. Well, Shell stopped gunky buildup to help engines perform at their best.
Still won't turn right, huh?
Not gonna happen.
They knew they were going to the desert.
Iraq.
They just hit the wrong one.
We invaded Mexico.
Bill Engvall, DJ Qualls, and Larry the Cable Guy. Delta Farce.
What are you fellas doing?
Don't ask. Don't tell.
Directed by C.B. Hardin. Rated PG-13. In theaters May 11th.
So, you been going out, huh? Big parties, music, pretty ladies. Son, we need to talk about protection.
Dad, I'm 26.
Yeah, I know. But you're never too grown up for your old man to give you one of these.
Oh, man. Dad. Thanks.
Every Coors Light can has a protective liner to lock in that refreshing frost brewed taste.
You can never be too careful.
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Got into Ryan Newman now. Everything got really hectic here on pit road. All the guys that are full-time mechanics that don't usually go over the wall grabbed their helmets as if they were going to go over the wall to fix that fender. They had all the new set of tires ready to go. They were going to change the tires, but it was called off, and it doesn't sound like Dale Jr. is going to come down pit road. Now he did say that the steering wheel might be crooked. He felt like the steering wheel was knocked a little bit crooked out of his hand, so we'll be able to tell when we go green. That will be the answer.
Hey, Junior, a little bit of a scare there coming off of pit road. I know Tony Uri Jr. made the comment straight out, and you were thinking that you could go out toward the wall. It looks like we've been able to get a close look at that right front fender. It doesn't look like there's any damage to the right front that's going to affect your front tire.
Thanks, man. I didn't know if you guys were here today. Yeah, we've had a real tight car all week. Loose ends. Flying the right rear, getting in, pushing in the middle, trying to struggle to get up off the corner straight. It gets a little loose sometimes. I'm not real happy about the way my car drives. I mean, don't want to get too critical about the COT, but I just, we're trying to get the car better, and haven't really made much gains.
Well, obviously looking for another top 10 finish here in the car of tomorrow, and it seems like you and Tony have figured this thing out at least a little bit to get you comfortable.
The best of the worst, or one of the best of the worst. Everybody's cars drive real bad. It's just who can get it to drive You know, not too bad. You know, I mean, the bush is going to be there, and just who can figure it out and get most of it out of the car. I don't think you'll get it all out.
All right, man. Good luck. Thanks for letting us ride shotgun.
Thanks for hanging in there. Kind of bored from here.
Kind of bored from here.
Got more lap cars coming on the bottom.
Take another look at what took place coming off of pit road, and you see a little bit of the damage to the 12 of Ryan Newman. That's what took place. Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming out of his pit stall, went up toward the wall thinking when Tony Uri Jr. made the comment straight out that he could go straight out to the wall, but he meant straight out of his pit stall. So a little miscommunication, but doesn't look like it's caused any problems. We restart the race, currently running in the 8th position.
Fair low.
Hectic time on the restarts when you have the lap down cars on the inside of the racetrack.
Still inside, Jude.
Have to be at least one more pit stop to make it to the end of the race. They can only go about 68 laps on fuel. The smaller fuel cells in the cars this year, going from 22 gallons down to just 17 3/4 of a gallon.
Side.
Car just in front of us for position, the 29 of Kevin Harvick.
Side. Clear.
Coming up on Juan Pablo Montoya in that number 42. Going to the inside of Juan Pablo Montoya. He is not on the lead lap. He's the lap down, currently scored in the 27th position. 24 cars on the lead lap. Junior running in the 8th position, just about 5 seconds behind race leader Tony Stewart.
Clear.
Smoking still coming from 42 of Juan Pablo Montoya when he gets into the corner, so the car settling down when he gets into the corner, and that's when you see the smoke coming out of the back of the 42, so probably a tire rub issue there for Juan Pablo Montoya. We had the question pop up. An email question came to us and asked about, with the race being 312 miles, Brett from Phoenix, Arizona said, why is it called the Fresh Fit 500? Well, we have to thank Rich Dewey for that. At least the reason why I know why it's the 500. It's because it's the 500 kilometers, and a mile actually is equal to 1.61 kilometers. And so when it all factors out, it's 312 miles or 500 kilometers, Brett. So thanks, Rich Dewey, for that conversion chart also. I don't want to go into the rest of them, but I do have 2 pages of conversions here, thanks to Rich Dewey.
And of course, Rick, you know, all the other races being 500 miles, this one's only 312 miles. What fun would it be to call it the Fresh Fit 312? That wouldn't make sense.
It just wouldn't sound right.
No, it wouldn't.
Junior trying to reel in that 29.
Junior, I know you saw the smoke fly on TV. The car looks, fender openings look good. Hit forward.
Again, that was Steve Meal making the comment. He said you saw this tire smoke last time. He said the wheel wells look good, and that's what we're going to try to do, is squeeze in and show you that right front tire and that wheel well. That was where the concern was at potential damage.
A little tighty in the middle.
Little tight in the middle. We've heard that all weekend, Wendy.
Clear by 8 to the 1 car.
Teammate Martin Truex Jr. running in the 9th position just behind us. Kevin Harvick in front of us in 7th. Tony Stewart still leading. Then it's Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch, Ryan Newman. Again, Harvick in front of us. Then
clear.
The 8 car in 8th. Martin Truex Jr. in 9th. Then rounding out the top 10 is Kyle Busch. Upper right-hand corner, you see Clint Boyer in that DirecTV Chevrolet Racing for position. Hugging the yellow line now as Junior trying to feel out the car after the most recent changes made on the Budweiser Chevrolet. Normally gets better toward the middle and into the run. We'll find out.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Avenger. The all-new Dodge Avenger. It's a natural performer.
Really something else. Kelly, what's it like to take a hot lap in a stock car?
The NASCAR Day 17 put together a great ride for me. And remember, y'all, NASCAR Day is May 18th, and the best way to celebrate is by getting your NASCAR Day pin for only $5.
You really seem to be dialed in on NASCAR Day.
Well, yeah. Every pin sold raises money for the NASCAR Foundation, which helps kids, animals, conservation efforts, and other worthy causes. I'm doing my part, and so can you. Go to NASCAR.com/foundation to purchase your pin.
In Africa, it's all about diamonds. You owe me money. I'll take a stone as payment. My son! The only reason you're still alive is because you haven't told anyone where it is. The right stone can buy anything. Safety, even freedom. What's it gonna be, bro?
Kill them all!
Leonardo DiCaprio. Blood Diamond. Now available from DirecTV pay-per-view movies.
Floyd loves to talk. He says he has no respect for my game, but when I'm done, he will. The time for talk is over.
Pretty boy Floyd? He's gonna need a new nickname when I'm finished.
Don't miss it Saturday, May 5th, only on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Houston, estamos aquí. Escogemos de la joya.
No se te escucha bien. ¿Dijiste Mayweather?
De la joya.
Mayweather.
¡Es Mayweather! ¡Es de la olla!
El mundo está hablando.
La pelea al rojo vivo aquí en Las Vegas.
De la olla Mayweather. El mundo espera a quién va a escoger.
Mayweather, absolute. De la Hoya, definitely.
No se lo pierda en vivo por DirecTV Pay-Per-View en el canal 123.
Bring your baseball team home all season long with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV. Whether you're a Chicago fan living in the East or a New York fan living out West, catch your favorite team no matter where you live with up to 60 out-of-market games a week. Non-stop baseball action you don't want to miss. And new on-screen scores and stats. Make every game a home game with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV. Order by April 30th and save 20%.
You're watching NASCAR Hotpass exclusively on DirecTV and brought to you by Dodge. Grab life by the horns.
When you get
Saturday night racing for the Nextel Cup Series. Started this race in 15th. currently running in the 8th position, and 7th is just in front of us, right outside that windshield. You can almost reach out and grab the back bumper of the 29. So that will be a race for position. Kevin Harvick just in front of us. Tony Stewart continuing to lead at Phoenix International Raceway. They call it PIR. Coming up, starting tomorrow, April 22nd through April 28th, visit our site at directtv.com/hotpass for the opportunity to select the 5th driver for the upcoming race May 5th in Richmond. Another Saturday night race. Currently, the 4 drivers scheduled to run are Denny Hamlin, Jeff Burton, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Carl Edwards. Now, the 5th driver can be decided by you, the fans, and will be announced next week during the race in Talladega. It's your choice, fans. You get a vote. Last time we threw it out to the fans, nearly 500,000 votes came in as to which driver you wanted to see on Hot Pass, and we listened to you. Jeff Gordon was your choice, and he was on Hot Pass. So we want to thank you for using your voice on NASCAR Hot Pass. Top 10 drop down in your upper left corner of the screen. Stewart, Gordon, Johnson, Kenseth, and Busch, your top 5. Then it's Newman, Harvick, Jr., Truex Jr., our teammate, and Denny Hamlin round out the top 10.
Rick, you were talking about the stretch of races coming up. Of course, we go to Talladega next week, but then after that, it's another night race at Richmond. Man, that's when the racing schedule starts to really heat up. It gets exciting. We're night racing a lot in the month of May. We have the All-Star race right after that. We're home again for 2 weeks straight since most of the teams are stationed out of the Charlotte, North Carolina area. Teams consider it being home for 2 weeks when we go to the Charlotte races. So the month of May is some great racing for everybody involved.
Kind of in the backyard of most of these teams. They consider Charlotte home. Everyone wanting to show off in front of their friends and family. So a lot of pressure, but a lot of fun still being able to race in the Charlotte area. Kevin Harvick, Dale Earnhardt Jr. keeping about the same distance between the two of them this run. Again, we came in on lap 212, made an air pressure adjustment to the car.
And Rick, really that air pressure adjustment is still causing the same conditions.
Pretty close.
There, Dale Jr.'s asking for his time, seeing how close he's running. But he is still complaining of that tight condition. It's a little tight in the middle was his last report that he gave to Tony Jr. So slight air pressure adjustments. We see the tire specialist, Ray Ocean, directly behind him, who's been making those air pressure adjustments at a last-minute notice. But those are really the key changes on the 8 car tonight. But it's still causing Dale Jr. to have a tight condition as the night goes on.
So Dale Earnhardt Jr. still trying to reel in Kevin Harvick. Stay with us in the lower left corner of your screen on the Dale Earnhardt channel.
Take it for a spin.
Yeah, okay, sure, Dale.
Hey, it won't start.
It's a hand scanner, Dale, remember? Can't be too careful.
What's going on? Dad?
I just wanted to test drive.
Unbelievable.
Is that a no?
Hello?
Melissa, it's Josh from last night.
Oh, yeah, hey.
Listen, I know there's that 2-day rule about calling or whatever, and this might sound totally dumb, but did you feel like there was a real connection between us? I mean, you know, like a brother-sister connection? Nothing creepy. I mean, like, you know, I would never make out with my sister.
Singular is now the new AT&T. Your world delivered. Get an LG broadband phone free.
Have you enjoyed a Budweiser lately? Because I can only describe the smoothness you'll get from Beechwood aging. I can only tell you about the choicest hops. But if you really want to understand what makes Budweiser the king of beers, you have to taste it. Just taste it. The perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Budweiser. Open up a world of taste.
The Ford F-150 is the only pickup in its class that can carry 3,050 pounds. That's 890 pounds more than the nearest competitor. And that's really heavy. How do they do it, guys?
Big hook and leaf springs.
This is the leaf spring. Honking is a technical term. You're not waiting on me, are you? Sorry.
Take the Ford Challenge and get 0% financing for 60 months, but only for a limited time.
Cosmo readers have discovered a secret to head-turning hair. Surprise! It's Head & Shoulders shampoo. With 6 times the moisturizers, it leaves your scalp healthy and hair smooth, silky, and 100% flake-free. Truly healthy hair starts at the scalp.
Introducing an automotive breakthrough, Z-Net, only at AutoZone. Now AutoZoners have the power to find you the right part faster with diagrams, photos, and instructions, so you'll get the job done right the first time, every time. Z-Net, only at AutoZone.
You're watching Fox Sports, broadcasting in HD and presented by DirecTV.
Welcome back to Phoenix International Raceway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. just making the comment, can't get down to the apron, getting into the turn. Here are your Hotpass hot shots and where they run. Newman 6th, we're running 8th. Edwards 13th. 23rd is Reed Sorensen. And in 32nd is Dale Jarrett. We've got the opportunity to talk to Dale Jarrett and their team. Actually, we'll talk to Adam Alexander and Mike Wallace here in just one moment. Adam Alexander, it's Rick Allen over on channel 799. Hey, Dale Jarrett obviously had a little bit of a starting behind the 8-ball situation, started 43rd on the field on such a tough racetrack. How's he been doing?
Well, you know, it's been a struggle, Rick, but I think this team's made progress as far as knowledge for future races, which was kind of the game plan coming into tonight. Really, the thing that's hurt them more than anything is the number of long green flag runs and how stout the cars are at the front. And one of those guys has been your guy, Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's been awfully good tonight. Yeah, he's been running consistently in the top 10. They've been working on the car, trying to get it the way he wants it. And one of the great things that we've got going on with the way we have Hotpass is that we told you earlier where the pit stalls were, and we actually have an opportunity to show our 2 pit people, Mike Wallace and Wendy Venturini, down there in pit stalls 15 and 14.
It's not very often that we're this close together with Dale Jarrett's pit stall located right next to Dale Earnhardt Jr. I work with Kenny Wallace all morning long on race day. Now I get to work with Mike Wallace in the evening on race day. So it's just cool to see your teammate right next door to you. But Dale Jarrett's have a little bit of a tough time out there, Mike. What's been going on with Dale Jarrett out there?
Well, Whitney, he's just been having a tough night from lap 1. You know, he qualified 43rd, or took the championship provisional to get in. His car's been tight the whole race. In opposite, it looks like the 8 car, Dale Earnhardt's running well here today. You know, this is kind of unique, right? This is the first time I've worked pit road. They says, we're going to go to the 8 pit. I says, Wendy's standing right next to me. Let's just do it together. So 2 different channels as live as you can get. This is pretty neat.
And it's pretty cool to be able to go back and forth with each other, answer emails from our fans right at a moment's notice. I think it's a pretty cool feature, don't you?
Well, it's an enjoyable thing to be a part of, and you guys look like you're on your way to another top 10 finish, Rick. Good luck with it.
Well, we appreciate that, Adam, and obviously you know the trials and tribulations we've had with finishes. We're still crossing our fingers. 57 laps to go. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks.
As he mentioned, running in the top 10, looking for a good finish. That's exactly what Dale Earnhardt Jr. and this number 8 team is looking for. A good, solid finish. The COT races have been good for Dale Earnhardt Jr., and we're looking for another one of those. Again, the next pass that we'll make will be for position. Kevin Harvick's what we're looking for. We'll be right back to Phoenix after this.
When you're about to do something this big, a little luck never hurts. Thanks for having us.
Man, this Nextel walkie-talkie phone is magic. I lost my helmet the other day, pushed this button, my helmet appeared. Magic.
New spark plugs are in.
See? It's magic.
That's not magic. This is magic.
No, that's sleight of hand. Get me a bunny. That's magic.
Get more done with the Motorola Blend and vote your favorite driver into the NASCAR Nextel All-Star Challenge. Nextel, only from Sprint.
You see things before they happen.
The man who can see the future saw something he wasn't supposed to this Friday.
Get rid of him.
He has to stop what's coming next.
You have one way out of this. That wasn't it.
Next. Rated PG-13, Friday.
We know what men like. New Mitchum Smart Solid. Powerful protection, unbeatable against white residue. Wow, let's see that again. For powerful all-day protection that doesn't come off on your shirt, be a smart Mitchum man.
So let me get this straight. You drive over 180 miles per hour every weekend. You've been involved in over 100 accidents, and you've totaled your car 19 times?
State Farm is proud to insure safety advocate and NASCAR driver Jeff Burton.
His personal car.
And safe drivers everywhere. Call an agent today.
If you don't mind signing here and here. Oh, and if you can just sign up here somewhere.
Honey, you look really great tonight. And so do you, Casey Kane. Thanks. I always wondered how you did that in a fire suit.
Wow, Casey, you sure know a lot about Northern Bordeaux.
A dash of fennel seed. Genius, Mr. Kane.
Oh, yes! Mozart who?
Casey! Casey!
Okay, maybe you can't take Casey Kane to dinner, but you can take his fuel. Sunoco, the official fuel of NASCAR.
No matter what the label looks like, no matter how you say it, one beer is the perfect choice at any corner bar in any corner of the world. Reach for the perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Budweiser. Open up a world of taste.
Trying to make a night move on Kevin Harvick just in front of us. Again, holding on to that 8th position. Again, getting back into the slower lap traffic. Also working our way into summertime. Long straightaways, but the slower lap traffic, able to negotiate around them. Kevin Harvick way on the inside of the yellow line. Junior was running that line earlier. We did have an email, and we appreciate everyone sending your emails in. Again, you can email us at hotpass@directtv.com. This one coming from Tammy and Henry, both of them watching from Buffalo, New York. Thanks for tuning in and joining us here on the Dale Earnhardt Jr. channel. The question from Tammy and Henry was, does Dale Earnhardt Jr. have a routine or something that he does the night before a race? I actually asked him that question, if there is a routine or do you have something that you do every time to get you prepared for the race, and he answered it. It's hard to develop routines when you're in a new city or a different track every day. And Wendy, you know this probably better than anyone as far as how much testing is done, how many different interviews they do week in and week out.
Oh yeah, it doesn't just end when they leave the racetrack. They may head home to Charlotte where most of the teams are based, but they turn around and they either have a test scheduled for something, whether it be the car of tomorrow or our car of yesterday, as we've been calling it. There's a lot of testing that takes place with all these teams, driver appearances, fan appearances that they're headed to. And it is, we're doing interviews. When I work on Speed's NASCAR Race Day, we interview a lot of these drivers Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but it's really hectic to work around these drivers' schedules because they really don't have one. There is no routine, there is no schedule, and it's hard to keep it. Basically, you have to say, you're on the road for 10 months straight from February to November. You're going to get a few days here and there, but you never know when it's going to be. So when you do get that time at home, you take advantage of it. But when you're on the road, you're going from city to city. It's hard to get into a routine. You live out of a suitcase. Everyone knows that.
And this not a good sight as Denny Hamlin is able to get by Dale Earnhardt Jr., dropping us back to the 9th position as Hamlin takes away 8th from us. Junior having to run up the racetrack as Hamlin was able to get the nose of the number 11 down on the inside of us entering one of the corners. And so Denny Hamlin takes a position back.
And there's still no radio communication really that Dale Jr. has given any feedback lately to Tony Eury Jr. The last time it was about 85 laps to go, so it's been about 40 laps since we've heard from Dale Jr. And at that time, he said it was a little tight in the middle. So other than that tight condition he reported 30, 40 laps ago, we haven't heard much from him. So I wonder what Tony Eury Jr. is thinking and what he's going to do on that final pit stop.
Well, Wendy, we're coming up actually to that final pit stop, because the last time we came in was around lap 212. We've completed 269 now, and so what that does is that leaves us, that's about 57 laps that we have gone. Again, we can go about 68 laps, 68 to 70, so we're getting really close to that pit window.
And right as I said that, Tony Eury Jr. came off the pit box. He is now talking to the tire specialist, Ray Ocean, once again. He's been the one that Tony Eury Jr. has been going to all night long to talk about tire pressures. They know everybody's listening in to the radio communication. A lot of times they don't want to make those calls over the radio. So Tony Eury Jr. climbs off the pit box, goes to Ray personally, shows him what he wants him to do so that Ray can make those air pressure adjustments. And it looks like it's going to be, once again, another air pressure adjustment on the 8 car.
The other thing they've got to consider, Junior normally had been getting better through closer to the midway to 3/4 of a run. Now, the next time they come in, they're only going to have maybe around 30 laps of racing to go, which would normally have been halfway through a run. He's got to have that car running very good right when he comes off of pit road, because if he wants to make his move toward the front of this pack, he's going to have to do it quickly. Laps are beginning to run out as we're currently running in the 9th position.
Now here's something interesting I just saw take place. What they actually did was took the right front tire, rolled it behind where they're working in pit wall, and they rolled another right front tire up, so they actually switched the tire they'll be using on the right front tire to change. So I'm curious to know what Ray Ocean's doing there with his air pressures, but it's a completely different tire that they just swapped out for that right front tire change.
DJ Kopp is the front tire changer. He was doing a little work on that tire as well. When we come back, we're going to have pit stops for the 18.
Yeah, can I get the love handles, double chin, and some blubber?
Do you want the double blubber?
Sure.
And I'll have the same thing, but instead of the blubber, can I get some fender thighs and a badonkadonk butt?
Please drive around.
When you get greasy fast food, what are you really getting? Introducing the new Subway Fresh Fit Meals with new better-for-you sides and drinks. The new Subway Fresh Fit Meals fit into the American Heart Association's approach to a healthy lifestyle. Subway, eat fresh.
Casey came. Where? Casey! There he is. There he is.
Even the best drivers could use accident forgiveness. Part of your choice auto insurance. Only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Hey, is there anything we could do to help? Anything.
Left here.
Morning, gentlemen.
So how'd the testing go?
Well, low-quality discount gasolines can leave behind engine gunk.
Hate engine gunk.
I know you do. Well, Shell stopped gunky buildup to help engines perform at their best.
Still won't turn right, huh?
Not gonna happen.
Meet Michael Johnson, the world's fastest man. Michael holds the world 200 and 400-meter records.
What's up?
When he turns off the lights at night, he's in bed before the room gets dark.
Still got it. Brian, what's up? Hey, Michael, how are you?
Moving this quick can make you hot in a hurry. So what does the world's fastest man call for?
Coors Light.
Frost Brewed Coors Light. The world's most refreshing beer.
These are from Michael.
Ladies.
Hi, Michael.
No matter where you are, no matter how fast you go, what's inside will show everything. Every car, every driver, every ding and dent will be different with this.
Different.
Look. Wow. It's What's amazing? It's the mirrors.
HDTV powered by DLP. See how millions of tiny mirrors make the picture amazing.
Get your HDTV powered by DLP today at these retailers.
Welcome back to Phoenix International Raceway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. bringing the Bud machine onto pit road for the final pit stop of the night.
Count away. 5 away right here. Phone in here. Hold it right there.
Track bar adjustment right there being made.
Great stop for the Budweiser team.
Going hard. Go, go, go. Go, go. 4,600.
A track bar adjustment being made. It's a little more than the air pressure which we had seen earlier, Wendy.
13.3 on that pit stop, so a good stop by those guys. Yes, Rick, that's the first time we've seen a track bar adjustment since the start of the race at lap 40 when we came in, 41 when we came in. Now they only did go up a half a round, and that's to loosen up that tight condition he's been feeling. We saw the rear tire carrier Eric Wakeland make that adjustment, but that is the first time that the track bar has been changed since the start of the race. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
The one thing that took place is they will all have to cycle through their pit stops. What we want right now is for it to stay green. Junior, one of the first cars on pit road, pitted a little bit early. As long as the track stays green, everyone will cycle through, get their pits taken care of, their pit stops done, and we will get cycled back up toward the top 10 where we were before coming in for pit work. And now we're trying to work our way around the 99 of Carl Edwards.
If you need it.
Rick, I just wanted to explain to race fans, I know Dale Jr. is working through traffic, but when I talked about that right front tire being exchanged from the set of tires, the set of tires that were going to put on, the right front tire got exchanged, meaning they brought a whole new right front tire, and that's because Goodyear issues these tires with different compounds and different codes, and the teams are finding out that these compounds react in different ways, so they wanted to change that whole entire tire that they were putting into that new set, so a right front tire with a different compound, so how it's going to react is different from how it originally was going to be put on the car, to help explain that situation.
And exactly what we didn't want to see has taken place in the upper right-hand corner of your screen.
Off of 4.
You see the caution has come out.
Close out.
The 20 of Tony Stewart was scored as our race leader. Matt Kenseth was second, Jimmy Johnson third, Denny Hamlin fourth, Jeff Gordon was fifth. Some of the cars were making their way onto pit road when the caution took place.
We're staying out here. I'll let you know where we. Hold up.
I have a scoring monitor here in the booth, and we were scored 21st when the caution came out. Take a look in the upper right-hand corner and see what happens.
3 or 4 of them that just got caught on pit road. They were sitting on pit road when the caution come out. So, bit of a situation here.
It's Martin Truex Jr. in the number 1 trying to get by that 22, Dave Blaney. Looked like Blaney was trying to get onto pit road, was slowing down and got hit from behind.
Correct that guy. Correct yourself getting on pit road, I think. Stand, bitch. And you slowing down pit road, how you rate that hard?
He was actually run into.
I don't know, it looked like he slid up across the track and then the 18 hit him. Perfect. I worked hard today, man. Fuck. All right, we'll see what we got here. We'll make the best of it. Yeah, I mean, that's our luck here lately, but we'll be fine. You know, we're going to be on the tail end of the lead lap. But we'll just get after it right here. We got 22 laps to go or something, 25.
27 laps remaining.
We would have been caught on pit road anyway. Makes you feel any better, because we were going to have to stop at 84. We were going to run out, so we would have been on the pit road at 82, and that's when the cars come out. So it didn't matter if we pitted early or not. Okay. All right, first still.
And the leaders of the race will be coming onto pit road. Again, Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin. Those are your top four. Tony Eury Jr. When the luck is not in your corner, really all you can do is laugh.
But that's what I love about their attitude this season. They have such a positive attitude, and they know they have good cars. They know they're competitive, and it's just, as Tony Eury Jr. said, bad luck sometimes.
Yes, we're one down right now. We're going to be all the way at the front, I reckon, or Bush is a lap down with us now, so it looks like we're going to be, we'll be a tail end of the lead lap what's going to end up happening. Simple.
We'll find out if they give Joe Nemechek.
Harvick's just coming off pit road.
Find out if they give Joe Nemechek the free
Control our
pass.
gas mileage. Really, about 3.8. I mean, there were people coming down pit road as you speak. I mean, they were going to hit pit road the next 2 laps really, really hard.
That was the unfortunate incident that we were hoping would not happen. That you would get the pit stops all cycled through. Again, the problem came when the 22 of Dave Blaney was trying to get on pit road. It looks like the car behind him was not able to slow down in time. Didn't maybe know that he was coming onto pit road. Didn't see the signal. If Dave Blaney
give me
gave
another set of tires kind of grouped up like what we got on the car right now. 2 and 1 in case something happens here and we get the pit.
You're hearing Tony Eury Jr. now. Obviously, if they do have an opportunity, if a caution comes back out again and they race their way up to the front, they could get the free pass, get back on the lead lap. We'll be right back with more.
Woo! 22 minutes. Beat that. You're on.
Zip through your yard work with today's most innovative new mowers from the Home Depot. Like John Deere, Toro, and Cub Cadet's ingenious new zero turning radius mower. An exclusive lineup all under one roof.
The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help. Good luck, buddy.
Turn your cap into something. MyCokeRewards.com.
They're using all of their horses. Are you using all of yours? To compete at the highest levels, these top drivers trust Q technology. Q's heat-activated formula fights power-robbing friction better than conventional oils. To help maximize power, maximize success, and of course, maximize your horses. Q, unleash all your horses.
The clock is ticking and time's running out to save big time at the Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event with huge savings on select Yamaha ATVs, motorcycles, and side-by-sides. See your Yamaha dealer before time runs out for good. Now get payments as low as $69 a month till 2009 plus up to $400 cash back.
Vaughn into the windup in his first offering. Just a bit outside.
That was a perfect strike, and you know it. Of course, if this chump were watching in DirecTV HD, he'd have made the right call. It's broadcast in 1080i, which means it's cool. Now, let's see how this bruise looks in HD.
Vaughn into his motion and the pitch. Uh-oh.
For the most sports in HD, you gotta get DirecTV.
Man, this Nextel walkie-talkie phone is magic. I lost my helmet the other day. Pushed this button, my helmet appeared. Magic.
New spark plugs are in.
See? It's magic.
That's not magic. This is magic.
No, that's sleight of hand. Get me a bunny. That's magic.
Get more done with the Motorola Blend and vote your favorite driver into the NASCAR Nextel All-Star Challenge. Nextel, only from Sprint.
I don't know if it's wet from frustration or just the hard work that Dale Earnhardt Jr. has put in all nights at Phoenix International Raceway. Started this race in the 15th position, currently being scored 19th as we're about to get back to racing here at Phoenix International Raceway. But before we do that, we want to award our King of the Crew to a man who's really worked hard today. Look in the upper left-hand corner. That's Brian Hootie Chase jumping over the hood as Dale Earnhardt Jr. slid in. That is your Jack Man. And he did a little introduction earlier today as well for the team. Wendy, I think he's our guy, don't you think?
I sure do. I think he deserves it. Brian Hootie Chase, as the boys call him, our Jackman on the 8 team and our King of the Crew. He's from York, Maine. He's worked on the 8 crew going over the wall the last 3 years, and he ranked tonight's incident in the top 5 of his scariest moments on pit road. How about that?
Well,
Hootie, our King of the Crew.
It was a scary moment. You just heard Dale Earnhardt Jr. making a comment as far as racing into turn number 1. This is exactly what he's got to worry about right now. Is he will have to restart on the inside line.
Coming back on you, and we're not going.
They're not going to restart yet. Dale Earnhardt Jr. would have moved to the inside. He is being scored, we believe, a lap down, although on my
tell me where to I've just got to guess.
On the monitor.
The one car is behind you. The leader is at 24. He's directly behind the one car.
Hey, let's not forget to add there, Rick, on also the Jackman Hootie and being the King of the Crew. He not only had that scary pit stop, but he repaired his own jack, and he did our team intros at the top of the show. That was awesome.
Did do
what
a
more
fine
can
job.
we ask for?
He did do a fine job. I do want to clarify, I made a comment, Junior being a lap down, but actually he's in front of the lead car, which is the 24 of Jeff Gordon. So if a caution would come out right away.
Coming to the green.
Well, we're still trying to shake out here where everybody's going to restart, because when they run 3 wide, that means that they don't know where they're supposed to be running right now.
And obviously nobody wants to give up spots this late in the race with 20 to go, and these guys want to stay in front of Jeff Gordon to get those laps back.
So a quick caution right here would be spectacular for the Budweiser team. Although 20 laps of racing to go, the laps are winding down. The opportunities to make the passes, make the moves on the racetrack, obviously starting to dwindle. An unfortunate situation. If they could have just cycled through the pit stops. The 8 team had a great green flag pit stop. They were right in position to be running for a potential 3rd win at Phoenix. Green flag back out. On the inside, that's the DirecTV Chevrolet of Clint Boyer in the 07.
Inside.
Out in front of us, the 12 of Ryan Newman. Excuse me, the 2 of Kurt Busch. And that's for position. That would be for 18.
Clear.
These are really tense moments for Dale Jr. He needs to stay in front of Jeff Gordon, and we really need a caution.
Doing good.
Yeah, caution coming out right now, Wendy, would be a blessing. It would be good luck, and that's what this team is looking for right now. Again, Dale Earnhardt Jr. running in the top 10. Came in for a green flag pit stop. As he did that, they made a track bar adjustment. Just 13.3 seconds. Well, the track bar adjustment is a very impressive stop. Got off the pit road, back out on the racetrack, was really eating up the competition, running very well. And before everyone had cycled through their pit stops, the caution flag came out, trapping us at the tail end of the lead lap.
3 laps to go. 15 to go, 15. 15 laps to go, 10 car lengths back to the leader.
The leader.
Junior thinking that he is at the
You're fine, bud.
a lap down, but he's at the tail end of the lead lap. Sounding a little surprised when
Car's a little tight, but feels pretty good. A little tight. In 4.
battle for the lead in the upper right-hand corner. Tony Stewart taking the position away from the 24 of Jeff Gordon. So Tony Stewart looking for a win in 2007. Jeff Gordon battling back. Gordon has never won at Phoenix International Raceway. Just one of 3 racetracks that he has been at where he has not won. And no one has ever won this race starting on the pole.
Rick, I'm watching the lap times of the leaders up front with Jeff Gordon leading and Tony Stewart running up front, and then Dale Earnhardt Jr. We just saw that last lap time. He's running faster speeds in the 8 car than they are at the front of the pack with the leaders. So it's encouraging to know his car's so fast. If we could just get a caution with these 12 laps to go and move back around and cycle back around. But oh man, another unfortunate incident that happened with the 8 team. But you know what? They've really stayed upbeat in the last since that caution came out, and you know they had a good car tonight, and they know they were competitive, and that's what Tony Uri Jr. was commenting about under that caution.
That's the frustrating thing, Wendy. Week in and week out, this 8 team is so strong. They are so competitive. Running up front, leading laps, looking so good, and then situations that are out of their control, relegating them back in the field. Last time by, again.
10 laps to go, 10, half a straightaway back to the leader.
Junior faster than Jeff Gordon, the leader.
You know, we were well on our way to a top 10 finish, but we still have to look at the bright side. Look at this new COT for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. They are dominating when it comes to this new type of car, comparatively speaking to the other race teams on the track right now. So when you look at the research and the development that they put into the COT, it's definitely paying off. They've been strong in these COT races, and the finish might not show for it tonight, but we know here on NASCAR Hotpass how strong of a car Dale Jr. had and how that research is paying off on these car of tomorrows at DEI.
Wendy, it's the 3rd race of the 2000 season for the COT cars. The 7th, the 5th, and now it looks like a top 20 finish, which should have been a top 10 easy and probably a top 5 finish if it wouldn't have been for a caution coming out at a not so opportune time.
But what I love is that we're headed to Talladega, one of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s favorite tracks and one where he usually dominates. So it's going to be cool to see him at Talladega and hopefully turn things back around so he can add up some more top 10s to this team that they desperately need to get them back up in points.
Again, coming into this race, 18th in the point standings, looking for a good solid run. And that's what they had tonight. They had a very strong run, a very solid run. And again, nothing of their doing, but a caution coming out at the wrong time. They had just made a green flag pit stop. They were good to go the rest of the race. If everyone would have cycled through their pit stops, it would have been a completely different story. But obviously this is racing, and things don't go the way sometimes you would wish they would be scripted. Jeff Gordon, your race leader in the upper right-hand corner. That's the separation between 1st and 2nd. Tony Stewart running in the 2nd position. Denny Hamlin is 3rd, 4th. Jimmy Johnson 5th. Matt Kenseth 6th is the 66 of Jeff Green. An impressive run for Jeff Green tonight. 7th, the 5 of Kyle Busch. 8th, the 43 of Bobby Labonte. 9th, the 70 of Johnny Sauter. And rounding out the top 10, amazingly enough, the 29 of Kevin Harvick has got things going again and back in the top 10. 5 laps of racing to go. Again, I mentioned Jeff Gordon in the upper right-hand corner. Had never won at Phoenix International Raceway, looking to shake that problem that he had been carrying with him. The other situation, no pole sitter had ever won at Phoenix International Raceway. Jeff Gordon started on the pole today. Jeff Gordon, one of the drivers that will join us on Hotpass next week in Talladega. A star-studded field. Dale Earnhardt Jr. probably looking for that checkered flag now more than ever. Wanting to see the white flag and the checkered. Get this one over. Out of his hands once again. Again, the next time by, Jeff Gordon will receive the white flag. 1 lap of racing to go. White flag flies for your race leader. A phenomenal year for Hendrick Motorsports and Jeff Gordon. Coming into this, your top 2 in points, Jeff Burton, Jeff Gordon. Jimmy Johnson's very strong. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the final lap, looking as though he will finish this race in the 19th position. Jeff Gordon will win the race. Checkered flag flies. The Subway Fresh Fit 500 won by Jeff Gordon. 2nd is Tony Stewart. Dale Earnhardt Jr. will finish this race up in the 19th position.
Good job there, J-Bug. How was it there on that last little run right there? What's that? How was it in the middle right there on that last run? The same. All right, info. Go back with a traditional setup. All right.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. just making a few comments.
Some change, you know what I mean?
Steve Meal.
It's easy to adjust on it. But good work. I know everybody worked hard, and frustrating that we didn't get to finish where we've been running all night, but I appreciate all the hard work. Whether we want to take this style car. Let's sit down this week, decide whether we want to take this style car or the other one to Richmond. Yeah, I don't know, you know. So I'm up in there. A lot of the right rear air pressure seemed to help in 3 and 4. That was the only time you ever really got it to turn, but that just made it go sideways, and you just kind of held a dirt track through there. We couldn't nothing work the center of 1 and 2, but good work. Good try, bud. All right.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. It's Rick Allen.
18.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. It's Rick Allen.
Yeah, you did. You actually you finished 19th, Junior. But I was going to make a comment. If you want to look out your right side window, Jeff Gordon is actually carrying a number 3 flag out of his car, the race winner.
That's pretty cool. I bet knowing them guys in the class they got, they probably playing that for a while now, and I bet he's probably look forward more to getting that win out of the way than, or look forward to carrying that flag more than anything else. I see it on the big screen now. It's pretty dang cool. They got a lot of class.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm guessing that you might be one guy who would wish for no luck. If you're going to have any luck, you'd probably like to have no luck now.
Yeah, you got that right. He'll be all right, though. live the race another day.
All right, buddy. Thanks again for letting us ride along with you, shotgun, and we appreciate it. We'll look forward to Talladega next week.
Yeah, I do too. Should be a lot of fun. Very interesting deal with these cars there. So we'll see then.
Wendy Venerini.
Well, I was just joking with Tony Eury Jr. He was joking. You were laughing that the finish really doesn't prove how good your car really was tonight. But you got to move on and have a positive attitude about it.
Yeah, I mean, we had a top 10 car about all weekend, and you know, we was trying to make a little more than probably what we should have right there. But you know, the caution would have come out. We had to pit on lap 182, so we've probably been a little bit worse luck than Gordon. It looked like it worked out for him, but you know, we'll just take it and go on. I mean, sooner or later it's got to turn around. You can't keep bad luck forever.
I know you took some good notes on this car of tomorrow tonight. How did it work for you guys? You look like you're pretty good out there with the COT.
We're not bad. I mean, we still got a lot of homework to do to get the car to seal up like we'd like for it to. You know, we learned a lot as DI as a company tonight because Martin Truex had a different style car than we had, and we all come here with different setups and said, all right, you go one direction, I'm going to go the other. Just trying to get better so we can go to Richmond with a common goal so we can both have the same amount of notes and work a little bit tighter. But, you know, it was a good job. Martin got caught in the same deal. I hate his luck. That team, they're getting their top 10s together, and that's what it means. And, you know, anytime they run good, it's going to help us in the long run.
All right, well, thanks, Tony Jr. Hopefully they can start turning things around here at DEI. But he said something that was key. The 8 was running one setup, the one car of Martin Truex Jr. running another. They're going to put those notes together and find a common goal of the best setup possible with this car of tomorrow. Rick?
Well, Wendy, excellent job down there in the pits tonight. Currently 15th in points is the number 8 team, Dale Earnhardt Jr., just 56 points behind 12th, which is Jamie McMurray, 483 points behind the point leader, Jeff Gordon. Another strong night for the 24 of Jeff Gordon. Next week, Jeff Gordon will be at Talladega, carrying one of the Hotpass cameras on Channel 795. Tony Stewart, Kevin Harvick, David Stremme, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. are your 5 Hotpass hot shots that will be at Talladega Super Speedway. A spectacular night turned bad when a caution comes out in an unopportune time. We appreciate you joining us on Dale Earnhardt Jr. channel. We'll see you next week.